One. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Gifted Hoops podcast. Let me make sure this is completely muted right there. Yes. All right, people, what's good? Welcome back to the Gifted Hoops podcast. We are live. That's right. The podcast is a live show now. This is the fourth or fifth team that I am actively doing. And I'm happy to say I'm back here with my dogs from a long time ago. We getting older together from the Mavericks outside the podcast. Let me first go to the first co-host, my guy Reese at Mind of Reese on YouTube and whatnot. How's it going, brother?
Going good, man. It's going good. It's good to, sit down there and chop it up with you again about basketball. It's been a while. I mean, we chop it up about other stuff, but, anytime anything Mavs related happens, you damn near the first person to call my phone, even though you're not a Mavs fan. It's crazy. But it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back.
Absolutely. Shout out to my dog Reese. There will be some movie yaps at the end of this pod, so stay tuned if y'all want to hear some hot takes and possible correct takes. We'll see. I don't know. But let me go to my second co-host of the Mavericks Outside of podcast, my guy Bibbs. Hopefully we get an Optimus Bibbs sighting. We gonna see what time it is. Bibbs, how's it going?
Ain't gonna be no Optimus Bibbs out here today. He is retired, deleted, all of that, out of the Matrix. So definitely glad to be back as regular Bibbs on the pod, doing appearances and stuff like that. It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, man. It's been a while. I've known these guys since before I was actually making content. I always want to give flowers where I can. Big shout out to Reese, because when I was first starting out, he gave me a lot of good information that was useful. And now we in the building. And I'm happy to see my guys back because, again, the Luka trade said a lot, like a lot happened when that happened. I don't want to begin with trauma. Of course, we are going to have to get into that at some point in this pod, but happy to be back talking hoops with these fellas. All of their links are going to be in the description box below. All of their pods, takes, and Twitters, all that stuff will be in the description box. So tap in. All right, fellas, I'm going to get it started with this, man. All right. So listen. There's really no other way to say this. Luka gets traded. The season ends the way that it does the year before. And now you go into a full season under the new, I would say, regime. You start out the season with Anthony Davis on the roster with a rookie Cooper Flagg. Kyrie Irving isn't ruled out for the season, so there's some hope like he might come back, he might not. I didn't believe he would come back, but we didn't really know. And then your season starts the way that it starts. Fellas, how is your mindset at the beginning of the season? That's my first question I want to ask.
I don't even know.
I think I'm a lead with this because I'm a help Bibbs out with this. So when you texted me and I was like, recapping 2026 might be tough. I came back during the beginning of the 2026 season just because I was like, man, you know what? I love the Mavs. I can't fight it. I'm not as locked in as I was just because there's still some trauma there. There's still some hate there with the front office. But I was in. Bibbs didn't come back until Bibbs didn't watch no Mavs games last year.
I saw the tweet, by the way.
The Mavs last year.
I did a DC the tweet, so I know about Bibbs for sure. Yeah.
Bibbs did not, Bibbs didn't watch a team. But for me going into the season, it's a little odd because it was like I didn't really follow a lot of the moves as much as I usually do during the off season. Obviously, I found out about some of this stuff because I was chronically on Twitter at the time. But as far as being tapped in, having an emotional reaction to some of these moves, I wasn't invested as much. So the beginning of the season was me trying to get back invested. Okay, what do I think of the team? I'm hearing a lot of people say, man, y'all sleep on this Mavs team. They might make the playoffs, 6 seed, whatever. I'm like, y'all tripping, okay? Our best player right now is Anthony Davis. Kyrie Irving is not projected to come back quite some time. Our second best player is a rookie. And, hindsight's 2020. Obviously, Cooper Flagg was the number one pick. Turned out to be one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. But obviously, going into a season, you don't know how that's going to pan out. You don't know what the fit is going to be like. So I really didn't have any expectations for the team. I was just like, my goal for this season is to get back invested into this team the way I was for the past 22 years. That was my goal. How the outcome, it really didn't even matter at that point because I knew we were nowhere close to winning a goddamn championship.
Yeah, so like Reese said, I after the trade, I think I tried to watch one game and I got pissed off, and I didn't watch no games the rest of that season, 0 games last season. Like, went out of my way not to watch no Dallas Mavericks. I didn't get excited about the ping pong balls coming up number one, none of that. And matter of fact, when too much Mav stuff was hitting my timeline last year, I was unfollowing people, and I unfollowed people that
Oh
I
wow.
genuinely like because I didn't want to see nothing about no Mavs. And so uh that whole season might as well not even have happened as far as I'm concerned. Although I have committed myself to watching. I got 10 Mavs games recorded. Somebody DM me a couple of other games. So I'm gonna watch some games. I'm gonna talk about them on the pod because I got to get my Cooper Flagg, whatever. I got to get ingratiated, whatever the word is. I got to get my Cooper Flagg
Initiated?
Sure, I gotta get invested in Cooper Flagg. But as of now, I've only watched one of those games, and so I'm not 100% there yet. I can't tell you nothing about last season.
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. Reese said something earlier that I think is very important. Yes, I frequently call Bib. I frequently call him whenever Mavs stuff happens. In fact, I called him over a Mavs small trade this all season randomly.
Yeah.
I
have, yeah.
I did. And I'll say this, right? The reason for that is, ironically, I watch all the NBA. So like, I just love basketball. I'm a Warriors fan. We are in purgatory every offseason, every day. So I just watch a lot of teams. And ironically, the team that I found myself watching a lot of towards the end, and especially like the middle, was ironically the Dallas Mavericks. I will never forget the close game on, I think, ESPN versus the Rockets. That was an excellent game that I watched. Obviously the Con versus, I would say, Cooper Flagg, who, like, I watched a good amount of Mavericks for some reason. And I think the thing that we need to establish in this podcast before going any further is, guys, it is okay. For everyone that like wants to act like they're just the purest fan, oh, I can't believe that people who cover the team will stop watching. That's a common thing. You trade a generational player to the Lakers of all people and Luka Doncic. Anyone like they were literally riding outside, and rightfully so. So I have no issue with anything Bibb said. That to me is the right official way to do things as a fan. I have no problem with that at all. I'll say this though. Not knowing much about who Cooper Flagg was before the draft, I'm like, he could be good or whatever it is. I will say this. It is hilarious that the next franchise player for Dallas is also white. Like, you have the 3P from Dirk to Luka to Cooper Flagg. And the funny part is, even though I don't think he's as how do I say this? He's not as like talented generationally as Luka is. The mold of who Cooper Flagg is, I think, is more portable in terms of the build you could potentially have if he winds up like really hitting that overall ceiling. So I say all this to say, I was super invested in his rookie season, even though I wasn't a fan. So I watched a ton of it. I can't wait to like break down the details of these things. And it really brought me joy when I got a text from Reese randomly out of nowhere. This man said, "I think I'm back, Gift." I'm like, "I'm my dog back watching Maverick." Like, I was hyped. I was rolling with it. You know what I'm saying?
Reese
So yeah.
to me, I think I'm back text like for the past year and a half. Like every couple months, I think I'm fully back. I'm really back now. I'm back. Like,
oh, I was fully back right before the season. Before that, I was telling you, like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it. I think I described it. I don't know if I described. I think the first time I described it was to Bibbs on our podcast back when we were still doing the NBA pod, and I was like, it's that girl that you on and off with all the time, and you like, man, like you finally say, nah, bro, I'm done. Like you hurt me for the last time. What you did was unforgivable. I can't do it. And y'all take a break. And y'all away for so long, and y'all like, man, I should just text a phone, you know.
And
like,
see, that's where we
man.
different because I can't do that. Like once I've decided it's over, man. Like I'm not coming back. I'm not spinning the block. We've gone through that. We did that. The only reason I'm back with the Mavs now, and the reason that this is different, is because it's a completely new regime, new GM, new coach, new roster, new everything. Like it's barely
Right.
anything left from the previous.
So I got an analogy for
Not
that.
all the way though. Not all the way. You
Hey,
did,
I got
you know.
an analogy for that, Bibbs. I got an
Okay.
analogy for that. You know, I got these crazy analogies for everything.
I'm
See,
scared of
mine
it.
is like, you should be. Mine is like, you know, me and the girl ain't work out. She constantly hurting me. Damn, you know what? I'm done. Feel me? Yours is more like, all right, you know what? It's just not working. I don't really rock with your family. Your parents don't like me. You know, I as long as they're around, or the friends, matter of fact, your friends don't like me. Let's not go as far as the parents. The friends don't like me. The friend group, you know, they getting in between our relationship. They breaking us up. It's done. As long as they're around, I can't be around. And then you find out the friends die or something, and you like, all right, that like,
You killed the friends off.
I didn't say how they
It's
died.
up.
I'm just saying
It's up.
it's tragic. You feel me? Some Final Destination type stuff. Who knows? But something happened, and now the friend's not around.
Now she
y'all
keeping
can
that one
freely-
homeboy around. She keeping that one homeboy around that she keeps saying is her friend, but I know how he look at her. That's what it is.
But whole time is not really.
But he been there too long, so it's like he can't really, you know.
Now he gone.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, listen, man. Logical reactions from Dallas fans. I have no issue with that at all whatsoever. So I'm gonna say this much then. Okay, from what you did watch or partake in, at least in terms of like the atmosphere from last year, I do want to go next to the Anthony Davis trade. Now, this was the other part that rubbed me the wrong way, kind of, right? So like I said, when they got Anthony Davis, the people trying to make this make sense for Dallas about the idea of the defense and that is Anthony Davis' injury history. Like it's very now I feel sick about this because Anthony Davis's overall tenure in Dallas was very unfortunate because the fan base obviously didn't really embrace him as much, and literally his first game as a Maverick he got hurt. Like there's literally no worse. I'm sorry. Like there is no worse possibility than your first game. Which, by the way, if you watched it, he was killing. Anthony Davis was killing in his first game.
The timeline was like, oh my God, maybe Nico was right. AD going crazy, and then like the shift after the injury was like, oh no.
Yes, bro.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the Anthony Davis experience, bro. Ask any team. That's the Anthony Davis experience. Oh my God, he's insanely talented. Oh, he's down. Okay. All right. He's not getting up.
Yeah. And I feel bad because again, like I was thinking like, all right, Cooper, Flagg, and Davis make it make sense. And then for me at least, I for sure watched game one. Like I just, had to. And the fact that I saw Victor Wembanyama in his first game of the season against young Cooper Flagg make Anthony Davis look like a little child. And like it was such a deflating game because it felt like the vibes in Dallas from game one were just shot. And it was like that. I'm sorry. That is a game that I don't think I'm gonna ever erase from my memory just because of like all the hope of like what Anthony Davis could be. And again, he played better after that game for sure. But I'm saying in the moment watching that, it's like, damn, like this really is the season for the Dallas Mavericks. And obviously you wind up, I think, trading him. So I feel bad about how that ended for Anthony Davis. I feel like he deserved better, but that's just not what happened.
Yeah, me personally, I feel sorry for Anthony Davis. He kind of got put in an impossible situation. I think he handled it professionally well, but his health is what it is. Him getting traded was a big part of me coming back as well. Like as long as he was there, I don't know if I could look at that team and be happy again. But yeah, I'm glad he has a fresh start or whatever. I hope he can get whatever figured out in Washington, but. It was never going to work for him in Dallas. There was too much pain attached.
It was never really anything personal against. Actually, at one point, it was something personal against Anthony Davis, but I'll get to that. But it was like obviously, even when the trade happened, people like y'all talking like Anthony Davis is a bum. No one's saying Anthony Davis is a bum. Anthony Davis is not a role player. We're saying the talent gap between Luka and Anthony Davis at this point in time is so big, it's not a fair straight up trade. It's not a fair straight up trade, especially considering his injury history. And none of it made sense. You're saying Luka can't stay healthy, but you trade for Anthony Davis. Make it make sense. I don't understand it. And that showed it showed his ass in the first game of the season. And there were games where Anthony Davis was absolutely killing, but also at this point in time, with Anthony Davis as your best player, you're not gonna win a championship. You're not really gonna contend. And there's no proof in the past in the recent years for me to believe that. And initially, it was nothing personal against Anthony Davis. It was just like, man, you put in terrible circumstances, but every time we see you and you're not doing you're not up to standard, the standard we've set for ourselves in the past few years with Luka, it's going to be a bad look for you. It wasn't personal until one game.
Okay.
And this was the game where I said, y'all got to get him off this goddamn team. And the clip circulates around on Twitter all the time, but I watched that game live. I watched it happen. There was a defensive possession. He was defending on the perimeter. He reached in for the ball, injured his hand. Okay? He's holding his hand, the defensive possession, constantly holding his hand but still playing defense. Goes up to contest, I think, the layup. Comes down on his knee, doesn't get up. Hurt himself twice in one defensive possession. I tweeted, I know how we talk in the Discords. I don't know how we could talk on here. So I'm going to just say,
no.
I tweeted.
It's open source. You can talk however you want on it. It's cool. It's cool.
I tweeted, get this nigga off my fucking team. I said that was the tweet. I tweeted as soon as he went down with that injury. I'm sorry. I don't like to see people get hurt, obviously. And I'm sympathetic towards that, but you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. That's why when we traded him, a lot of people, and mostly people outside of Mavs fans, was like, man, I don't understand this trade for the Mavs. Y'all should have just kept AD. But it's deeper than that. It's getting off of that contract, paying him $60 million. You need flexibility. If you're rebuilding and you're building around Cooper Flagg, you're rebuilding for the next few years. You need flexibility. And he doesn't have any value because he's hurt. You might as well just get off of him now and get back what you can.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of NBA fans don't understand how drastically different the NBA is compared to what it was before. This new CBA with I feel like to watch basketball, especially for a team that you support now, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't understand the bare minimums of how contracts work. And at the end of the day, the caps and the apron stuff, that is important because that will tell you what your basketball team can and cannot do. That directly is what dictates who is on your roster, who is not, and who has to be traded. And at the end of the day, when you have players that are making 35+% of your cap and they're injury prone, that value is going to eat away at your team, and it becomes impossible to construct a winner. Shoot, there's teams that are the most cap savvy teams available, and they still can't win. Still, right? That's how hard it is to win in the modern NBA. So people not understanding that was kind of sending me. I also feel like getting Anthony Davis at that price tag with the years that are left, also knowing that Anthony Davis wants a max contract after the fact. I was saying Dallas has to move Anthony Davis. And the sucky part about it is he just got injured as soon as you traded for him. So any value that he did have at the time just continued to drip and get lower and lower and lower. At one point, he was viewed as a untradeable asset for Dallas. So I would say the fact that you even turn that into anything, you should feel kind of thankful for, which sucks because it sounds like I'm saying Anthony Davis is a shit basketball player. I'm not. He's a great player. It's just a matter of the timing, the health, things just didn't really make much sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's the unfortunate reality, but that's the modern NBA. I mean, shoot, this offseason, as y'all know, Jaylen Brown got traded. And a lot of that goes back to what I said, at least, when they signed him to that extension. Having two Supermax players on the same roster is not beneficial to building a true winner in the modern era. And they traded him for that exact reason, for flexibility. And I'll say this much, like, I don't know how y'all feel about this. Flexibility is important, but I do feel like some teams dangle that word to like not actually make real choices that will make a team better. Some teams are hiding behind that word to not truly shift their franchise, but you guys aren't. You guys legitimately had to do what you did.
And I don't think, like Anthony Davis, like you say, he's not a shit basketball player. He just has shit value. And it's basically because of his health or lack thereof. And I'm glad you brought up the Jaylen Brown trade because it's really comparable. Obviously, Jaylen Brown is not Luka. But they were kind of traded for similar type of players. Paul George is a guy who isn't what he used to be. Can't necessarily stay healthy. I think Anthony Davis at the time of the Luka trade was better than Paul George is at the time of the Jaylen Brown trade. But Luka is also better than Jaylen Brown at any point. So it is very comparable. Like if the Luka trade did not happen, that might be the worst trade in history, honestly, or close.
But I think that's where we're like just the era we're in, like with the money. A lot of these trades are financially based. Like people, like even when the Cat trade went down, people were like, "What? They just traded Cat for Julius Randle? Like, why would they do such a thing?" Money is financially based. Like all these trades that have been happening under this CBA, where it seems like it's super lopsided or whatever. It's all about cap manipulation.
And the Wolves just salary dumped Julius Randle this offseason.
Salary dumped him. Yep. Yeah. That is how terrified some of these things are. But this, so I'm happy that Bibbs brought the Wolves because this is the other part of it though, right? Like while the cap matters more than ever at the same time, you also have to weigh what's going to help your franchise more. And I'm sorry, I said at the time, a Julius Randle Gobert front court doesn't really move me. Like sure. Now, granted, they made it back to the conference finals, but it was arguably. Yeah, right. But it was belt to ass in that conference finals. And then the next year, it was a super up and down, year. They beat the Nuggets in the first round. That was fun. And then we saw exactly what Julius Randle did in the Spurs series, where he was pretty much a non-factor. Like, you still have to build the team that makes sense. And that's why I've actually come around a bit on the Boston trade. Yes, Paul George is an older basketball player, but skill-wise, Paul George fits exactly what Boston is looking to do. I don't think he's going to at all take away from the fit of things. He fits into their Chat GPT offense where it's just a bunch of threes. Like he fits in that. And at the very least, he has one more year less on his contract. Now the health's going to be tough or whatever, but Boston is a team that's built to win regular, I would say, season games. They're going to do more of that. I don't think they believed in the Brown and the Jason Tatum stuff actually being good enough with the current roster. So blow it up. And I kind of respect that because most teams get really stuck in the middle where they don't know exactly what to do and they just become stagnant. Boston is not one of those teams. Boston is, they're gearing up to use those assets after the season to go get someone else probably. And that's why flexibility matters. But again, what you do with that flexibility is what we have to grade you off of. And with Dallas, we got to see it. But as you said, Bibbs, new team. I will say this, like, there are going to be some fans, maybe all, I don't know. But there will definitely be a good percentage that are still upset about Luka, and rightfully so. Like, that's some shit you can't never, ever forget. I'm not saying forget about it. But at the same time, there comes a point where it's like, all right, gang, like, this is a completely different team now. Like, either support or don't. I'm kind of there. Like this is a new roster. Are you going to see it through or not? And I think coming into that, we have to talk about Cooper Flagg. Like how good of a player he is. His spots. There were times last season, I got laughed over saying this in season, but I don't care. I'll say it again here. There were legitimately times with Flagg where I'm like, he's better than Paolo Banchero. I'm gonna just say it. And the fact that I could actually get that off at points in the regular season, regardless if you agree or disagree, there were moments where he straight up was, where he played like he was 6'9" or 6'10". Granted, there's some roughness. Of course, he's a rookie player. That's going to happen. But he's had one of the better campaigns from a first-year player that we've seen in a very long time. What were y'all perspectives on Cooper Flagg last season?
You mean like by season's end, or
I'm talking about mid-season to the end of season.
beginning of the season? I was like, okay, he's a rookie. Obviously, he's not coming out of the gate. And I think a lot of people, we see it so often, a lot of people are so accustomed to guys just like coming out of the gate hot as rookies in the NBA. And like, that's so not normal. Like there's an adjustment to playing in the NBA. And Jason Kidd had this dude playing point guard. Like that's not his position. The minute Anthony Davis got out of the way, he started to blossom more, and you started to see his game more. The one thing I always saw was the defense. He was fantastic on defense. I think I said it. I said on Twitter, I said, I ain't seen a white boy defend like this since Robert Kardashian. Okay. Now, you might be a little too young to catch that reference, Gifted, but still. Anyway, but the offensive game started to come along. Like even, damn, that is a big water jug, brother. Even the 3-point shot. A lot of people had reservations about the 3-point shot, and throughout the season, obviously it wasn't consistent. But in a lot of clutch games, he was knocking down some shots. Like I can't remember the exact team, but was it the Hornets? I don't know.
It has to be the Hornets. That was one of his best games for sure versus the Hornets. I think that was the game he dropped 50 points in a loss.
He pulled up from 3.
Somebody sent me a link. I can't remember. Let me see. Whatever. Yeah, 50. The Magic, it looks like, is when he had 50.
Oh, shoot. That was the Magic
game where... What was the game where Caleb Martin went for that? You're not even going to talk
about No, wait. I know the exact game you talk about because I had a tweet. Because I saw Caleb Martin do some selfish ass shit. I'm like, dog, throw him the lob. I remember that. Again, I was watching these games. But like, he had multiple 40-point games. Which again, for a rookie player is not a normal thing, I will say.
It's like legitimately, if you look at the statistics and you stack it up against other rookie seasons, it is one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. And it kind of has me worried because it's like, it sounds insane to say, but I think, what if it don't get no better than this?
You mean him as a player?
Like sometimes I think, damn, what if it don't get no better than this? This season was so great for him individually. What if this is who he is? What if he's a great starter, an Andrew Wiggins type of guy? Like you expected so much out of him, but he's not a superstar. I don't think that's going to be the case. But even still, this is a great career if this is where it is for the rest of his career.
Grade him on, because keep in mind, I've watched one game so far, and he didn't look like an alpha in that game to me so far. Again, one game so far, he didn't look like an alpha. Yeah. Grade him on a scale from bum to Jason Tatum, if that's his archetype. If Jason Tatum is his archetype, how close to Jason Tatum do you think he is? Like, what percentage of Jason Tatum is he?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm gonna say that he's better than rookie Jason Tatum.
Oh, for sure. I hated Jason Tatum.
He's better than rookie Jason. His rookie season was better than rookie Jason Tatum. He's better than rookie Jason Tatum.
That's as far as you willing to go?
All right.
No. That's not as far as I'm willing to go. That's just where I'm starting.
All right.
Okay. I don't think he's close to where Jason Tatum is right now. Right. I think that's a stretch, and it will be extremely disrespectful to Jason Tatum.
Right.
But I have compared him to Jason Tatum as far as the archetype. I do believe, as far as his potential goes, his ceiling is higher than Luka because of everything he can do on the floor with his athleticism, his defense. He's already a better defender than Luka has ever been. If the playmaking, if he gets some playmaking down to a Jason Tatum level,
okay.
Jason Tatum's ceiling is higher than Luka.
What's he missing?
Same thing Jason Tatum's probably missing. That's that real alpha killer instinct. And I don't mean that fake shit where you just come down
I
the
say
court.
Tatum's willing to do it. He willing to try.
No. I don't mean that fake shit where you just coming up the court throwing up threes. That ain't no. Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you're actually a killer. You're on the court. You're looking for your spot. You're attacking your matchup. You're attacking the weaknesses in the defense. Not just coming down and throwing up a three and hope it fucking goes in. That's not an alpha. That's not some killer instinct shit. He want to be Kobe real bad. I understand it, but like actually watch the tape, bro. Okay.
So as someone that was watching a lot of the tape, because at the same time I was watching Paolo, because again, before the season, people told me Paolo was or could be. No, sorry. I'm not gonna shoot no bail on this podcast. People told me Paolo was better than Wemby because of what Paolo does in the playoffs. I was being told that before the season. Because they're like, I don't know about Wemby, he not healthy, he never won nothing, he ain't make the playoffs. I remember all that shit. And Paolo literally had one of the most deflating seasons I've seen from a player in a very long time. So again, I would have days where I'm watching Paolo take leaning threes for the game after shooting the ball terribly the entire game. And then Maz would be right up next. And then I'm watching Cooper. So that's why I led with the Cooper Paolo, stuff. Let me give you my honest thoughts, right? And like, I know that's a lot, but here's my thoughts. Cooper Flagg, early on, I give him grace because it was a wild situation. First off, you're playing next to Anthony Davis. You're playing the point guard spot. Wasn't much spacing in the lineup. Ryan Nembhard came a little bit later into the season after Jason Kidd began to trust him a tad bit more. And he's a rookie player. So like, I understand, I would say, the ups and downs. What impressed me about Cooper is that he would have moments where he gets to the paint and he's able to get scoop layups down pretty good. My issue I have with him, though, is he is a bit contact averse at times. I think that'll change because he can take contact. Like, he does have some crazy dunks where he's just booming stuff, but I would say most of the time he's going for like the scoop, hook shot, floater-ish type, which again is a play style for sure, but like, you want to see him take more contact for and ones and get to the line more. Like, that's what you want to see happening more of. That's the first part. I know Rich wants to say something. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I will say, like, later in the season, as I started watching the games, I was seeing his finishing at the basket improve.
Absolutely.
Exponentially. Like, not even talking about dunks. I'm talking about, like, layups, being able to finish around the basket with contact. And I noticed early in the season, I was seeing a lot of that stuff you were talking about with, like, it was kind of a slow game once he got into the mid-range paint area where he's looking for that hook shot and those scoop layups. Just, footwork, trying to get an edge on the opponent, but a full head of steam, I saw him finish a lot with contact with those layups. So hopefully that he improves on that.
Oh, and since this is a live podcast, I want to scroll back up and read this because there was a Dallas fan who was previously one. Shout out to Ricky Beaver 2022. Some fans gonna jump ship, kind of like me with the Lakers. I'm not feeling the Lakers roster on paper. I'll return when the Mavs give me something I want to see. So for now, my fandom is floating. That's fair take. I do feel like I do feel like there's a couple fans that have migrated to the Lakers because of just.
There's a lot.
Yeah, right. But they're there for Luka. But I would say get it back to it though. Here's my thing. Defensively, I was not pleased with Cooper Flagg for his rookie season. And I say this because the tools were there, absolutely. I feel like the off-ball stuff, he would get lost a lot at times. Even on-ball sometimes, I feel like he was kind of slow. But the thing that gives me hope, though, is the recovery and the length. My thing is this. The reason why Cooper Flagg went number one is because of the ball handling skills, but like the length and his motor. And the athlete, like, he could jump out the gym to send shots. So again, recovery and help side to me is going to be his primary role defensively. And again, I think these are things that got a lot better towards the end of the season. I think overall from like the full stretch, it took him some time. But again, that's to be expected from a young player thrust into playing point guard. Because again, he was gassed. Like, you're asking him to bring the ball up with no real space and make plays happen. And I'm not even a guard. Like, he was he played way better when they put Ryan Nembhard in the lineup. That's just what it
It was
was.
funny. It was funny because I just read the Giannis book recently, and obviously that's a move that Jason Kidd did with Giannis when he was young.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who was the point guard on the team. Was it Brandon Knight? No, he brought Brandon Knight in later. Luke Ridnow. I can't remember who the point guard was when he first got there. But Giannis started playing point guard, and like he said, he came out of the game and was like, "Yo, this point guard stuff is hard. Like, it's
Yes.
one thing to just run up and down the court, get to my spots, wait for somebody to set up the play and all that. But when you gotta like set up the play, know where everybody is, get pressure full court, like that's a lot for a young player. And again, I know that's a Jason Kidd trick. Just in the game I watched, I can see that Cooper Flagg's ball handling needs some work, and I don't feel like throwing him out there to the Wolves is the way to work on that. Personally, I think that's a behind the scenes thing, and I don't feel like him as a primary ball handler is something that I think is in the cards for him long term. I feel like I want him to be a guy that's off ball, that posts up and gets into his spots and gets the ball from the mid paint or whatever, or from the mid range or whatever, and can back his man down, shoot over him, whatever the case may be. I don't need him setting it up, crossing people up, trying to get something popping like that. I don't think that's going to be in the cards for him long term.
Yeah, no. I don't think that's crazy. However, I will say this: while I didn't love him at point guard, I think it's a great thing he had to go through that. Because again, I do feel like there is some type of tie between going through that and then how he looked at the end of the season. Because he just looked more comfortable. Like he knew exactly where to get to. I highly recommend this, Bibbs. Okay, you should watch the first game of the season versus the Spurs again, and then watch the next game. I think those two games are a fundamental example of how much he grew, because there's plays where like he tries to go for like a floater and like he thinks Wemby isn't really lurking, and then like he gets blocked. And there's a play where he blocks Wemby out using his like arm right here and then lays the ball. Like that in itself shows the growth between him at the beginning of the season and at the end. And that's what I'm talking about. For a player to like improve to that degree from the beginning, I think, to the end, is why someone could say he's going to be a star player. And I think there is real potential in Cooper Flagg. And that in turn means this Mavericks team has some potential. Now, granted, there's other things we got to get to with like trades, front office stuff, of course, but Cooper Flagg is really the beginning of all of this stuff, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, that's the building block. When you're rebuilding a team, the first thing you need is a star player, and the Mavs already had that. So they were already off to a good start with the rebuild.
Yeah, fair. But time to get to the next part of this that I loved of your offseason, by the way. And again, I could be gassing it because it technically wasn't just all this guy. But to Bibb's point, this is new management as well. You have a new president of basketball operations in Masai Ujiri. Now, I'm not going to be one of the blind fans that just thinks by default it's a win or whatever it is. Like, he still has to prove it, of course. But getting a guy that constructed a team to win a title, that had the balls, by the way, to trade for a star player who said they didn't want to be there, and he won a title that year. Like, I think a lot of credit needs to be given to a Masai Ujiri. And to have him back on this roster, I think is a very intriguing aspect for Dallas moving forward. Now, I think I would more so judge Masai based on what happens once we reach, I think, 2030. Like, once this team gets their draft picks back and then how he builds it in between that's where I think he'll be harshly judged. What are your guys' reactions to that at the very least? Because that's a big thing.
You mean just getting Masai?
Yeah.
Yeah, like again, a big part of me being able to come back to the fan base is what direction are we moving in? What lessons were learned from what happened previously? And so by bringing in a guy like Masai, I think it shows that ownership, whatever I feel about ownership aside, as far as the basketball is concerned, ownership realized the error of their ways, and they went and found, and not just in Masai, but Mike Schmitz, the GM.
Yeah.
Getting two, I think, well-respected basketball minds who you can trust one, on a talent evaluation level, two, as a person who has proven track record of being able to find those moves around the margins to kind of take a team over the top. Nobody expected Toronto to win a championship ever, probably. And Masai made that happen. And I'm not saying Dallas is in the position of Toronto, but if you know your situation isn't LA or New York or whatever, and you want somebody that you know can go and figure it out, I think Masai Ujiri will be at the top of that list. So bringing him in, bringing Mike Schmitz in, bringing in a coach from the college ranks, like, it shows a little bit of inventiveness, a little bit of creativeness in building the front office, the brain trust, if you will, for the Mavericks. And that in and of itself, moves aside, is exciting to me.
I was pretty excited about it simply because you kind of see like they went with Nico Harrison, and before the Luka trade, let's say Nico Harrison was on a good track. He had a good reputation. He just ruined it with that trade. And they tried the whole thing like, okay, this guy does not have any experience. Let's give him a shot. Didn't work out. They went into this offseason, and the reports were going out. They want someone with experience. What president of basketball operations general manager on the market has more experience building a winning team than Masai Ujiri? And like Bibb said, obviously the Mavs are not in a position that the Raptors were when they won the championship in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to build that team. You had to get to that point. You know, you had I don't remember what year Masai came in to Toronto. I'm assuming DeMar and Kyle Lowry were already there.
Yeah, maybe like 17
DeMar
or 18.
I think DeMar, I'm confident was. I don't remember when Lowry got there.
I think Kyle was already there.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up real quick just to fact check.
Okay.
It says May 31st, 2013.
Oh yeah, they were both already there. So he built that team for a while.
Yeah.
You had to go and get pieces. Later down the line, you had to draft a Pascal Siakam. They went out and traded for Marc Gasol. They went and got a Serge Ibaka. You went and got a Fred VanVleet. Was
OG
on that team?
OG and Anunoby?
OG didn't really like playing the final, but sure, still, yes, OG.
Yeah, right. You see who he is. Like, that's talent evaluation.
Yeah, but it took time. That's what a rebuild is, and he has experience in doing that. And I think he showed that this offseason, which I'm sure we'll get into with a lot of the moves that he made. Like, these are very intelligent moves to make. They are good cap moves to make. Like, when we have that trade exception and everybody thinks we're going to use it, and it's like, no, we're going to get involved in this multi-team trade where we can absorb this contract. We can do this sign and trade, and then we'll use the trade exception elsewhere just to start gathering talent. I don't think we're trying to make moves to compete. I think we're making moves to gather talent, see what we have, and then shed the rest after this first year. And also, it's not just Masai by himself. Mike Schmitz, like Bibb says, has a good reputation. Mike Schmitz has a good reputation, especially as a scout, as far as scouting talent. Like, when he got hired by the Mavs, a lot of his tweets started resurfacing on Twitter about him, like, scouting prospects. So I'm excited about this new front office. I'm excited about the prospect of it, and they're already off to a good start for me.
Okay, yeah. That's my thing too, right? So, and I want to first read off a chat from someone who is giving y'all flowers. Shout out to Sakul W in the YouTube chat. Glad Bibbs and Reese are back. Told Bibbs on X Coop's improvement over the season was noticeable week to week. Shout out to Sakul for sure. I'm gonna say this much, right? The only question I have about Mike Schmidt, because I agree, he is a phenomenal talent evaluator. I've seen those same tweets. Only thing is, like, Hanson Yang for the Blazers, one miss though. We all get one, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'll let that slide. But Hanson Yang, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, I think the firing or the disconnection between the Mavericks and Jason Kidd, I think was also very important because while I don't blame Jason Kidd for being in the environment that he was in when they traded Luka, and that kind of just was what it was. And I see Reese's eyes really popped up there. I'm just saying he's not why Luka got traded. I'm saying he couldn't control. Oh, y'all disagreeing? Okay. Hey, listen, I'll mute up. I'm not hip.
He was definitely involved. He was definitely. This was not just a Nico Harrison thing. Jason Kidd was involved.
I'm not saying he pulled the trigger. I'm not saying
that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
But when they were in the room having a discussion in the cigar-filled room about doing it, he said, "You have my okay." That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
At least bare minimum.
Okay.
Well, there's no way he went to the owner and didn't go to the head coach.
And that's the thing. Nico and Jason Kidd were a package deal when they came in.
That's true.
So they had them conversations. So Nico knew that was cool, and Kidd was cool with playing. Dang, Nico, I can't believe you did that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I was unaware of that. All I'm saying is like Jason Kidd didn't necessarily pull the trigger. The way that I previously thought of it was he was probably told by Nico, by the way, we're trading Luka, and he just had to hold that, and that just. That's at least how I thought of it. If he was more involved in that, then hey,
we know Jason Kidd's history. We know Jason Kidd's history, and I think it's come out recently that in the midst of all of this, he was trying to level up within the organization as well, which is why they ended up firing him. Like, this is what he does. He wants full control of something, and so he had to go.
Yeah, right. But that's my point. So like you firing him is the real sign beyond getting the new like this is a fresh roster from the coaching staff to the executives. The only thing that's not fresh is the owner who made the trade, which I still will stand on. Like I get the Nico Harrison shit. I do. At the end of the day, the owner of the franchise had to say yes, we'll trade Luka, and I think that's stupid. I still blame the owner more than Nico, me personally.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that. This is how I've talked about it in the past. I genuinely think this man don't know nothing. And I think he came into this situation thinking he could trust Nico Harrison and not realizing the ramifications and the fallout that would occur trading a Luka Doncic. I think Nico came to him and said, yeah, basketball-wise, this makes sense. We can win a championship if we make this move. And he was like, I think I know the name Anthony Davis. I remember hearing that name in LA a couple years ago. That sounds right to me. Make it happen. And then when it happened, he was like, oh no. Oh, snap. I didn't realize. And so now he had, I don't know how long that meeting was with Masai, but I guarantee you, he coming in once bitten, twice shy. So you're not going to do nothing crazy like that, right?
Had to say research. Yeah.
And the only crazy thing he did comparable was trading DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi, knowing that it was going to potentially be a 1-year thing. It worked out for him. But like, if you trade Luka for AD and the Mavs win the championship, are we looking at this different? I don't know. I'm not even trying to have that revisionist history conversation. But yeah, I genuinely think this man doesn't know anything, and that's why he had to go out and get people that know things.
Okay. I mean, hey, listen, man. I hear it because again, like
let me tell you something.
Oh, sure. I'm listening, Reese. Go ahead.
You said you don't blame Nico Harrison.
That's no.
I 100%. No. Hold on. You said you blame the owner more than Nico Harrison.
I do.
I'm gonna blame the guy who thought the idea of trading Anthony Davis for Luka would win them a championship. The fact that he thought that was actually a good idea. He sat on those press conferences and said, this is a good basketball move. Y'all will see the He tried to make it seem like getting the number 1 pick was part of the vision.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He did that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yes, I 100%.
He did that.
But
as if his goal was not to make the playoffs that year.
But at the same time, because again, there was research I did on this. There was like a fundraiser event where Patrick Dumont was speaking. And I get that sometimes you have to lie to save face. I get it. But the way he was talking, he was like, yeah, like Anthony Davis, the defense, he basically talked he talked as if Luka was some no-name player.
Let me tell you, You want to talk about Patrick Dumont? I don't know if you remember this, but he was on the record. He said this about this. How you know he don't know shit about basketball? He said Luka does. I think he said Luka doesn't have, or Luka didn't have, or he said Anthony Davis does have that work ethic that the greats have, and he mentioned Shaquille
He did say
O'Neal.
that. Yeah, yes, he did. Yeah, and he mentioned Shaq. But yeah. Yes.
Again,
Yes.
I think he was parroting the things that Nico Harrison told him.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's what I think was happening. And I could be wrong. He could be just as dumb. But that's the perception I have.
All I know is you're gonna find out because again, this is a new slate. He's the only thing that is remaining from this, and he's the owner. So obviously, it makes sense why he can't go, of course. So we'll see exactly where things go from here. The only other thing that we haven't gotten to yet, ironically, since we just love basketball so much up here, guys, Kyrie Irving still in this roster. And a lot of the fan base to me now. I'm not a Dallas fan, of course, so y'all can definitely fill me in on this, but I feel like when y'all traded for Kyrie, a lot of Dallas fans were not sure of what to expect because of what happened on the Nets and Brooklyn, all the stuff that was going on with Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. And literally, like, Dallas was the perfect fit for a guy like Kyrie, where it actually hasn't been any problems. I feel like he feels very at peace in Dallas, at least from how he talks. And then again, basketball wise, I mean, he's played easily some of his best basketball when healthy, at least in a Dallas jersey. How are y'all feeling about Kyrie Irving remaining on this roster?
I would prefer. I mean, I would love it if Kyrie retired a Mav, to be quite honest. Even when we traded for Kyrie, I was behind it 100%. I mean, we gave up fucking Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't really understand how anybody could be like, oh my God, no, what? Please be for real. I mean, if it didn't work out, we still won the trade. But I was behind it. I was behind it 100%. I kind of looked at the LeBron Kyrie pairing similarly in a way. Obviously, Luka and LeBron are not the same player. But they are ball dominant, and Kyrie was still able to have some success next to LeBron. They won a goddamn championship while playing next to a ball dominant player. And obviously we saw with a full season behind them, they went to the NBA finals. As far as Kyrie being on the team now, obviously it's different now. This team is rebuilding. Maybe Kyrie wants to be on the winning team. If that was the case, we would be hearing about the Mavs trying to trade Kyrie
right now.
Everything we've heard, Kyrie wants to stay. The Mavs want him to stay. I think Kyrie loves the city. This is the first time in his career where he's been able to go to a team and just hoop and play basketball. The fan base loves him. The community loves him. He doesn't really have to worry about the media, any of that stuff, any of the drama. He can just be at peace, hoop, give to the community how he chooses. I think he loves it in Dallas. So I think that most of the fan base is accepting of Kyrie. The people who want Kyrie traded really want Kyrie traded for his own good. Like, man, Kyrie deserves to win. Like, Kyrie needs to go elsewhere. Nobody wants Kyrie gone because they dislike Kyrie. So, like I said, if Kyrie retires a Mav, I'm happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the people that want Kyrie traded are the people that want a complete reset, or expected, I should say, a complete reset or complete rebuild to have a young team, et cetera, and so forth. Right now, as the roster currently stands, it looks like almost a 2 timelines thing, and I know that might trigger some PTSD for you, Gifted. I'm sorry for saying that terminology, but right now we have the veterans who are 26 and up, and we have a bunch of half the team is those guys, half the team is young guys. So right now, if we do the 2 timelines thing, we look like a playoff team on paper. We look like a playoff team on paper. We look like we have, again, a group of veterans that are playoff experienced, et cetera, and so forth. And we have a group of play-in team. Play-in team.
Me and Reese looked at B was like, I don't know, brother.
Postseason possible. Come on, 5th.
I'm not gonna lie, play-in team is a stretch as well. We are in the Western Conference, but also that depends on Cooper Flagg. So I'll give you play-in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What conference is the judging out?
Actually, play-in is like 10th seed. So you know what?
Like, Yeah. I do got to be fair.
All you gotta do
Kyrie
is be the
Irving
10th
is
seed to
back.
be a play-in.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes. I don't got
Kyrie
no.
back.
Yeah.
Gafford, PJ still on the roster. Cooper Flagg taking another step.
He
Now
just
we
re-signed
got some
Najee Marshall
questions.
to his contract, by the way. Yep.
At Martin Najee on the new deal. So again, we got the veterans, the people that are experienced. Depending on what Kyrie looks like, that's going to determine whether or not we are playing team at least.
Yeah.
Now, could they be slowly playing possum about keeping the OGs on the team and then dump them later? Possibly, very possible. Maybe you need to rehabilitate some PJ Washington's value because it was a rough year for him last year. I know Najee Marshall is a hot commodity on the market, and apparently, the way they did his deal, he is tradable immediately.
Okay, bet.
Daniel Gafford could still be a commodity on the market as well, but when it comes to Kyrie, I do expect him to stay around, and it's not just a basketball thing. I do think Dallas being a soft media spot, and some of the Dallas media people get mad when I say that, but the Dallas media is not pressing nobody. There's plenty to press in Dallas, and there has been over the years, but they're not pressing people, and that's good for Kyrie.
It's like all
Dallas,
basketball with Kyrie damn near.
right? Dallas Mavs PR is like keeping it on lock, like nothing is coming out of Dallas, and Kyrie is chilling. He's enjoying being able to chill in that way. He's older. He's not a young dude. He's not James Harden. I don't think he enjoys hopping around trying to chase whatever. He got rings. He don't need to go chase a ring. If he just want to hoop, chill, relax, and play out the rest of his career, be a mentor for some of these younger dudes, he can do that in Dallas. And if the relationship with Masai is good and all that, I could see him playing out the rest of his career here. Whether we become a perennial playoff team in the near future or even a contender in the near future or not, I think he's perfectly fine getting paid, getting to play, not having the media breathing out his neck trying to get sound bites off of him, and again just being a mentor and that type of guy on the roster.
Yeah.
I will
So.
say,
Oh sure.
I hate the two timelines thing, right? Because I feel like I don't think this is a two timeline situation. I'm sorry, Gifted. I think the Warriors thing was a two timeline situation, and this is why.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time the Warriors were drafting high, it's not like they were a bad team. They acquired a lot of those draft picks, or they had a bad season because of injury. They were still trying to contend. They still had an all-time great on their team. They still had their core that they were winning the championship with on that team.
Yeah.
These younger guys were bought in to not only contribute to that, but possibly when these guys fade out, step into those roles. This is more so the Mavs are rebuilding, but we keeping veterans around just to help rebuild, to mentor the young guys, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I think the trick
it was
there
very
is,
normal.
Mm-hmm.
the difference for me with that is usually those veterans are on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like in San Antonio, they got all them old centers back there behind Wemby. In this situation, these dudes are better than the young dudes in a lot of these situations. And so that's where I have to call it two timelines, because you got the older players that are going to be in front of those guys. The way I see it, perfect scenario is Morez comes in and starts hooping and outplaying the OG in front of him. Goodbye, OG. We moving up. You slide
Right.
on up. That type of thing. And then Coop obviously is going to be starting as well. So I think it's more of maybe it's like a massaging in of the younger dudes. Like, you're protected, you're covered. We got insurance. You don't got to come in and immediately perform. If you do, fantastic. Let's get this OG up out of here. But if you don't, it's fine. We got another guy holding down that spot for you in the meantime.
Yeah, I think that's
so as the Warriors fan up here that knows all about two timelines, the Dallas Mavericks are nowhere near a two timeline team. And the reason why I say that is because Golden State was under pressure to win titles with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. And the reason why it was two timelines is because it was Steph, Draymond, Klay, and by the way, Andre, who came back and then they won. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it was that core, and then you had the draft picks with like Poole and then Moody and like all these other guys, and then they weren't really playing the greatest. And then when they actually won the title, the funniest part about the two timeline shit for me at least is when they actually won the title, the only guy that was really playing who was young was really Jordan Poole. The other guys weren't really getting much PT. So it was really just a one timeline thing. And, you know, obviously us having Steph Curry on the roster. In Dallas, at least, this is a very much a rebuild. Kyrie Irving is the veteran player. I think Najee Marshall is also a veteran player, but like you're not under pressure to win a finals or even win playoff games. The whole franchise is accepting this is a rebuild. Golden State is stuck in the mud of, well, we trying to win. We trying to get Jimmy Butler and like, but in reality, like y'all not really doing shit. And that's just kind of how it's been for the past two or three, at least from my watching experience, and what it will continue to be until they trade Steph Curry, which I've been asking them to do for 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are.
The expectations being different does make it different, I think. So
yes,
it's a interesting roster. It's like a mix of the young and the old. But yeah, it's not that like I don't think we're trying to win a championship.
No.
With Kyrie, no, like I don't think that's the goal. The goal is to bring these young dudes along. So yeah, it is different. And I'm Steph Curry and Charlotte. The Hornets fans have been clamoring for it. So if y'all want to make that happen, go ahead.
Hey, that should sound cool. As a Warriors fan, I will still watch Warriors games. I want to trade Steph Curry to a team that has people that can do shit with the basketball and a good defensive team. So me personally, I'm trying to trade him to the Spurs. I'm trying to like the Spurs, Boston, the Raptors. Yeah, I'm trying to trade him to a big boy contender. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Send him to Boston. I'm nasty with it. If we gonna trade him to a spot that can actually win, bro. I'm not fucking with that Charlotte shit.
Hey, the Spurs is crazy, brother. Spurs.
I'm with it.
You want us to rebuild forever, basically.
Yes. Okay. Hey, bro, listen. Wemby, Steph Curry. Oh, hey, we'll take Dylan Harper off your hands, nigga. Hey, I roll with it, bro. Oh, or better yet, I take Castle too. I'm cool either way. Like, listen, I'm at the point in my fandom where I feel like I can't. No, sorry. I definitely have the right to complain because I watch these games. Like it's really the definition of like mid and then really good and then Butler tears this shit. Season's cooked. Like that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm gonna watch the games regardless of what it is. But it truly is a franchise that is not only lying to themselves, but honestly lying to its fan base. Like the reality is y'all don't want to trade Steph Curry because of all the money and attention he generates for the franchise. But you also don't want to make the active moves because you think he's washed, even though he just brought you a title in 2022. Like, that's what it is. I think with Dallas, at the very least, like, you have a clear guy in Cooper Flagg that you really want to, like, all the way maximize the whatnot, and you want to see what it's hitting for. Oh, by the way, we just got a super chat from Nonchalant. He said, from you guys, oh, nice. He said the Mavericks definitely have a chance to make a play-in run. If you think about it right now, the West is low-key cooked. The funny part about Nonchalant saying that is like, I've been saying this for like a while. I don't know how y'all feel about this. This is actually a perfect time to get your takes on this. I am a guy that I adjust my mindset on the NBA every season because shit changes so fast. The Eastern Conference is now better than the Western Conference to me. And I understand the Spurs and OKC are the two best teams in the NBA. Yes. But when you go like from the top all the way down, I think the East has a deeper bevy of teams that are actually great teams. Now, granted, the Kawhi shit does throw a big wrench in that if that Rico case is not handled. I will say that.
It's my thing. I don't think the East is deeper as far as great teams. I think the East is deep and a lot of teams are closer in talent and level to where the East is more competitive. But with the West, there's a lot of great teams in the West. But the Spurs and OKC is so above everyone else, it feels like it's just like it's one of those two teams in the conference. You know what I'm saying? I think I wish I remembered off the dome. Mm-hmm. I believe the East actually outplayed the West overall. Like if you look at records, I think the East actually won more games against the West last year. I checked it at some point during the season. I didn't check it by the end,
but at like 3/4 of the way through the season, I want to say the East was outplaying the West, and it was like weird games. I feel like yes, OKC and San Antonio are up there, but then
Yeah.
after that in the West, all the rest of those teams kind of even with the whole East, and the East goes a little bit deeper as far as that goes. Now again, I do think you have to reevaluate. You look at like LaMelo Ball going to Minnesota and stuff like that. Dame coming back for the Blazers, like it's going to change some things this year. And like you said, the Clippers, who knows what they got going on.
And Jao and the Blazers.
Jao and the Blazers as well.
That
So
shit
like a
is
lot of things have
nasty.
shifted. A lot of things have changed. So like you said, every year me and Reese kind of we go in and we make a list. We rank each team and kind of go
Yeah.
back and forth as to how high you have teams ranked. And I haven't done that yet this season, so I don't know what teams I'm necessarily moving out of the way to move the Mavs up.
Okay.
The standings, what they finished 12th
Probably
last
the
year.
Clippers for me.
Clippers are in a weird spot, so they probably coming out. Warriors, how you feeling about them?
I think the Warriors will still be a good team, playing team.
Okay.
I mean, if they're healthy.
I was gonna say
I know they older, but like
coming back for a minute.
Oh, well, shit. Playing team for sure then.
Yeah. I'll say this real quick about the Warriors. The Warriors are confusing because the vibes are like, I hate this fucking team, we ass. But the reality of the situation is, while Jimmy Butler's not going to be there, the beginning parts are going to be hard for the Warriors. But to be fair, they started out their season without Porzingis. Outside of the first 5 games, we didn't really see much out of Jonathan Kuminga. He was pretty bad. You also have Al Horford, who caught, I believe, sciatica at the beginning. Old ass. He caught sciatica for a good stretch of the beginning chunks of the season. So Golden State could actually look better than people anticipate, but it's really about surviving the first stretch of the season without Jimmy Butler. I think Jackson Lennerberg has to be like an impact player right away, day one, to really impact winning. And I think B-Paz is going to have to show why he deserves to be extended to like play at a high level, but they could be good. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. So yeah.
I look at a team like Utah and I'm like, Utah could be better this year.
I like Utah.
I look at a team like New Orleans and I'm like, if they're healthy, they can be a play-in team. So it's
fries in the bag.
I'm tired of expecting these teams to figure it out.
Put the fries in the bag.
I
Sorry.
can't do them all.
Put the fries in the bag for the Pelicans, bro.
Mosley not saving them.
There's only 3 teams that I look at in the West where I'm like, these are legitimately bad teams. Actually, the Sacramento Kings, they were legitimately bad this year, but like, who knows? Like,
they're weird. I don't know what to expect.
Who knows? So I'm gonna say 2 legitimately like you're bad. Memphis Grizzlies, I have the worst roster in the NBA.
Whoa, big disagree. The worst roster in the league. The worst.
Who got a worse roster than them?
Man,
who got a worse roster than them in the league?
Hang on real quick. Okay.
At least Brooklyn got Randall and MPJ.
Bruh. Okay, wait. I'm gonna say this real fast. First off, we just got another super chat. Shout out to Nonchalant YouTube. He said Thunder, Spurs, Lakers, Nuggets, Minnesota, Rockets, Mavs, Jazz, Warriors, ? Like that shit just sound ass, be for real. All right. Here's what I'm gonna respond real quick to you, okay? I feel like the most underrated team going into this season are honestly the Memphis Grizzlies. If I'm being real with you, Bibbs, what I would tell you is that I think the Memphis Grizzlies. No. I love this, right? I will say this on paper because this is what I believe as of today's recording. I can shift this, but this is what I currently believe, okay? I think the Memphis Grizzlies are going to do what the Suns did last year. Everyone went in thinking the Suns team were going to be ass. That's a fact. A lot of people did not believe in the Suns at all whatsoever. They got Dylan Brooks. Nobody was moved, especially after getting off of Kevin Durant. I remember that. And then the Suns were a good enough team to get in the play-in, win their playing games, and make it to the playoffs as an 8 seed. That's what happened. I think Memphis has a lot of talent. Bro.
I'm going to run down this Memphis. You want me to run down this Memphis roster right now?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right,
Go ahead.
Cam Boozer,
Hooper.
Walter Clayton Jr.
Potential.
Potential. Okay. Cedric Coward.
Hooper.
Zach Edey.
Really
Taj
good.
Gibson. Jeremy Grant. Taylor Hendricks.
Oh, wait. I don't know. Wait, stop. For those of you who are listening on audio, the way Reese looked at me when he said Jeremy Grant fucked me up. Jeremy Grant not a bad player. Chill.
No. The fact that Jeremy Grant is making the money he's making and all you can say was vet is crazy. Okay.
Hey, man. Vet.
G.G. Jackson.
Potential.
Ty Jerome.
I like that.
AJ Johnson.
Don't know what to expect.
Kareem Lopez.
Nothing.
Jamal May. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Chris Murray. Chris Murray.
Yeah, he all right.
Scottie Pippen's son.
I moved by him.
Quentin Post.
I had Quentin Post on my roster. That nigga is very up and down. I'm not gonna say much about Quentin Post.
Olivier Maxence Prosper.
Low-key, Omax wasn't bad at Summer League.
No. Cassandra, big brother. Keep moving.
I wasn't mad at Omax.
Who the fuck is Cassandra?
She played for the Mystics.
Oh, okay, word.
She got motion?
Oh yeah. She hustled.
Oh, word up.
That's it?
She's a rookie.
Okay, so the hustle must run in the family. D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, fuck.
Richie Saunders.
All right.
Yeah.
No, wait. Pause. But no, wait. Pause. D-Lo is a backup, low-key decent. I don't fuck with D-Lo at all. I hate
D-Lo,
but
D-Lo trash. D-Lo trash.
I don't like D-Lo. As a backup,
who D-Lo backing up?
I'm something as a backup.
Who he backing up?
Ty Jerome, easily. What the hell?
So Ty Jerome as the starting point guard is moving you?
Yeah, bro. Did y'all see Ty Jerome last year? Yes. He does move me.
I love Ty Jerome.
He was open last year.
Not a playoff team.
No, wait. I never said playoff team. I said it's a playing team, which can turn into playoffs. That's what I said. Hey, listen, okay. You can't even dispute that.
I can because at least the Suns had Devin Booker. Ain't no Devin Booker on this roster.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Who's the Devin Booker in this situation?
Cam Boozer and Zach Edey as the front court will be able to shift how good the structure of the team is. Ty Jerome in limited spurts last year coming off of his injury. They specifically did not play him more than 25 total exact minutes per game, and he was putting up triple doubles in that time frame allotted. I also think that the guy that you didn't name, Taylor Hendricks, showed some really good flashes in Summer League. Athlete, has real potential. Didn't really get the tick as much. I think he could also look really productive on this team as well. Again, I'm not telling you this is a great team.
Let me finish.
Oh shit, you're not done.
Richie Saunders, Javon Smalls, somebody else
like Javon Smalls. Javon Smalls is nice.
Cam Spencer.
I like Javon Smalls.
Cam Spencer.
Cam
Spencer.
Yes. Did you watch Cam Spencer last year? He was good.
Okay, cool for him.
Yeah.
Your boys got to get that high. It's not real. Let's keep it moving.
Oh my
Beef
god.
stew.
He gonna fight a nigga.
Yeah. Okay. Jalen Wells.
I think Jalen. Bro. You just named a lot of players that are solid players. Listen,
solid players. That's it.
That's all you need to. Yes. Okay. Name the Suns roster. No.
Here's the thing.
No.
This is what I want you to do. Name a roster worse than this.
No. Nigga. Go on your phone right now before I read this super chat. By the way, shout out to Nonchalant. I promise you'll read that. Go on your phone and read the Suns 2025 roster.
Oh, from last season.
Yes. And by the way,
so the 2026 roster.
Yeah. And by the way, did you have the Suns going to the playoffs before the season started?
No, I did not.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna tell you exactly.
I don't think I did.
You do your list. I'm gonna go pull it up because I just had the list of where we ranked everybody last year.
Thank you. Okay.
Suns 2025-2026 roster.
Read that shit.
Grayson Allen.
No. I want you to tell me how you feel about all these niggas the way I did for Memphis. Go ahead, piece by piece, nigga. Grayson Allen, are you moved? Are you moved by Grayson Allen?
Grayson Allen, solid role player. That's it. Solid role player. He don't move me.
Okay, fair.
Solid role player.
Okay, bet. Cool.
Devin Booker, star guard with experience.
Overrated.
Experience in the playoffs. Better than anybody on the Grizzlies right now. Yeah, don't even think. What you about to say, bro? What you about to say, bro? You about to say Cam Boozer better than Devin Booker?
Listen, all I'm saying is Memphis might have got the number 1 pick in the draft, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
All right. I think Cam Boozer is rookie of the. I think Cam Boozer is rookie of the year. He ain't better than.
I think
Devin
he
Booker.
will be. Okay.
Jamari Bouye, where the fuck that is. Kobe Bryant, not moved. Dylan Brooks. I've been a fan of Dylan Brooks. I didn't expect what we got this season out of Dylan Brooks, though. I will say.
Okay, bet.
Amir Coffey, cool role player, not moved. Ryan Dunn, nice young player. Move me? No. Rasheer Fleming was a rookie, didn't really move me. Colin Gillespie had a good season. Wasn't expecting it. Did not move me at the time.
Okay.
Jordan Goodwin did not move me. Jalen Green did move me. Did move me.
Jalen Green moved you, nigga. Jalen Green moved you for real. Jalen Green moved.
Not move me like. Can I talk? Hold on.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
He didn't move me to the point I thought they would be a playoff team. I still thought they would be bad, but I'm like, damn, down the line, this could be a nice duo. That's all.
Okay.
I thought he was a young player to build on. You feel me?
Okay, bet.
Nigel Hayes Davis. Nigga sound like an actor. I don't know who that is. Haywood Highsmith. Shout out Baltimore. Did not move me. CJ Huntley. Whatever. Oso Iguodala. Obviously did.
He was good last year. He was good last year. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Livers. No. Cayman Malua.
Didn't play.
Nice draft pick.
Yeah.
I thought at the time.
Mm-hmm. It's a disappointing rookie season for sure. I was very high on him. It seems like people are back up on him right now, but last year, no.
Royce O'Neal. He been there. He ain't. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not gonna lie,
Nick
bro.
Richards.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You named enough niggas. The same amount of sorry niggas that you were talking about in Memphis were definitely the Suns last year, and you had the Suns doing shit, and they made the playoffs. I don't want to hear it, bro. Memphis has better players than what you just named. Bro,
okay.
Memphis has better players.
Name me a worse roster right now going into the season than Memphis.
All right, bet. Hold on, bro. Let me pull up the ESPN standings, and I got you right now. I promise you I do. Hold on.
Did you find the predictions we had, Bibbs?
Yeah, I had them as the 14th team in the West. And you had them as the 13th.
Okay, so y'all had them. Oh, okay, so you had them that low, and then the season started. And by the way, half the names he named didn't play. By the way, half the names Reach's name didn't play, and they still made it that far. I'm saying Memphis could be a similar case, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Gonna lie. I was appalled when you said it at first, but immediately I looked at Cam Boozer and Zach Edey and said, "Okay, this is a weird team. They can do weird stuff and weird things that happen. Like they're not an easy team to play against because."
All right, I ain't gonna lie. Clippers might be worse than these niggas.
Nigga, bro, wait.
Do we know what the Clippers look like? Kawhi.
Oh no! As long as Kawhi's still a Clipper, they not.
Okay, no, wait, no. Reese, get off your phone. Get off your phone. Look me in my fucking eyes on this podcast and tell me the Kings aren't a worse roster. Look me in my eyes and say that to me. Look me in my eyes and say it.
We want on you. So.
Just name the roster, man.
oh, you want me to pull up the Kings roster? Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay, bet. Bet King on Kings 2026. And real quick, I'm gonna read the non-shot super chat before I forget. Last thing he said Knicks.
That's my choice. I'm talking about going into this season. Team going into this season.
Into this season, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He said Knicks, Cavs, Sixers, Heat, Pacers, Wizards, Raptors. If they have Kawhi Leonard, Magic, Pistons, Hornet, it is a crazy gauntlet. That's why the East is better. I just think there's more overall quality teams in the East.
Did he just say the Pistons and the Pacers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, those are good teams in the East. Yeah.
Did you just say the Pistons, the teams that barely made any goddamn moves to get anybody to improve on the team this offseason? So?
They're still a good team, though.
They fell off. They could be out to play. They're not a good team no more.
I don't think that. I'm not saying they're not a good team, but like I feel like it's some teams that didn't leap them.
I mean, that's cool, but they can still beat some teams out west, though.
Right. Are they better than the middle?
And
of the
we don't
pack?
know what the pace is going. We don't know what the pace is going to be like. I wouldn't.
That's fair.
Okay, I have the roster. Are we ready? Are we ready? Domantas Sabonis,
Ready.
injury prone ass. How you feeling about Domantas Sabonis?
Let's not do that. He better than anybody on the Grizzlies.
You boy, Chad, he
Ain't
don't
players
know.
cool for them?
He don't know.
I'm biased. I'm biased. I'm biased.
Okay, not fair,
I'm a
fair,
DeMontis
fair.
Sabonis fan.
Okay, how about this? Keegan Murray.
So they got a Murray too.
I ain't
The
gonna
better
lie.
one.
I ain't gonna lie. Keegan
Murray
Murray.
versus Murray. Kings
Chris
up
Murray's
so far.
on the Clippers.
Hmm?
Chris Murray on the Clippers.
You just read his name on the.
He did.
He on the Grizzlies.
I read Chris Murray on the Grizzlies. I thought I read him on the Clippers.
Now you read Chris Murray.
I thought I saw him.
Unless you met the
Clippers.
unless you
Not read him.
right.
I'm looking at the roster right now. Chris Murray on the Grizzlies.
Yes, sir.
When did this happen? Oh, he is on the Grizzlies. I did read that. You're right.
Okay, but
At the end of the day, Keegan Murray don't move me. You can keep going.
all right, cool. We just got another super chat from Nonchalant. Shout out to my dog. He said the Pistons gonna be like the 9th seed. I promise you, the 9th seed in the West don't have a nigga anywhere near as good as Cade, not named Asor Thompson. Hey, we'll get to that in a minute. I like that out of you. But let me keep on reading. Malik Monk.
Solid player. If he's a 6-man on a good team, which with the Kings probably not.
Okay. Darius Acuff.
I'm not a fan personally, but
Yeah, next.
Okay. Precious Achua.
He cool.
Yeah, I would agree. Nick Clifford.
Next.
Alex Caravan. Ain't never see that nigga hoop in your life. I know it. Daquan Plowden.
Who the fuck is that?
Maxime Reynal. I like him.
I like him.
I am Maxine FC. Dylan Cardwell.
Who?
I feel like we playing who he played for.
This is the Kings roster. And last but not least, Emmanuel Sharp.
Who
That's a made up player.
So
what these niggas?
I am actively on Spotrac. You see me on Spotrac going through the name. So you gonna sit here and tell me in my face the Kings roster on paper is better than the Memphis Grizzlies. And by the way, Dylan Cardwell is nice. I like Dylan Cardwell too. But
No man, you left some names off. You ain't say Zach LaVine. You ain't say
I wasn't
done DeAndre
reading.
Hunter.
I wasn't done
that's
reading.
it.
No. That's it in terms of like the front line. I was going to get through the rest of it in a minute. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, it's only them two niggas. I mean, yeah, better than anybody on the Grizzlies.
Injury prone. DeAndre Hunter. I'm just gonna keep it a bed with you. That nigga is injury prone.
DeAndre Hunter is cool. DeAndre Hunter is cool. He don't really move me though.
And the last but not least, in terms of capos, JaVale McGee, Jay Crowder, Mason Jones, and Jordan Ford. Look, bro, I'm gonna just keep it a band. I want you now, which by the way, this is the Mavericks podcast. We did this. That's how much we love basketball. Right. But I want you to look me in my face and tell me that is a better roster on paper by a lot than the Memphis fucking Grizzlies. Keep it a band.
Can't do that.
Okay. So again, going back to my point that I didn't think would grow into this. I'm gonna clip all this up, by the way. But I just think Memphis has potential to do exactly what the Suns did last year in terms of surprising people. It's a weird team for sure. But again, Zach Edey in the front court defensively does a lot of things when he's healthy. Has to be healthy, of course. But getting a 4 like Cam Booth is the perfect 4 to put next to Zach Edey because he can actually shoot the ball, pass, and play make. Like having that with athleticism all throughout the roster is a good fit. Now, how good they'll be, I don't know, but they're gonna be a team that's in that playing hunt. Is all I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
One thing
that's
they're missing is Devin Booker, but I respect the take.
Yeah.
In response to what Nonchalant said, as far as that the Pistons will be a ninth seed, but nobody in the West, not anybody on their team as good as Cade as far as like ninth seeds go. He would be correct unless it was like the Warriors. Other than that,
Yeah.
nobody in that range that could fall to the ninth seed has anybody as good as Cade Cunningham. So,
And that's the point about that's why I'm saying if you just go from one all the way down, the East low key has deeper talented rosters, in my opinion. Like, I know people are gonna bring up the Pelicans. Listen, I have been the one insane guy, Bibbs, that has been on Pelicans Island for the past 4 fucking years. And I swear to God, every fucking year with the Pelicans is the same shit. It's everybody hurt. We have all these pieces. We not trade nobody. We gonna stick it out. The fact that they traded up to draft Derek Queen and then didn't play him at the end of the season and had DeJounte Murray and traded nobody, made no moves at all this offseason just to run this shit back. I don't know about the Pelicans. And the funny part is, this might be the year where everyone does stay healthy, but I don't know how good they are. I don't know. So that's all I'm saying. In terms of the Mavericks, though, because again, this was a Mavericks podcast, but again, we hoop heads, we do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get that last piece in about the East versus West thing. I did confirm overall, the West slightly edged the East by 12 total games. But what I believe I was looking at was playoff teams, and I think most of the East playoff teams had better records against the West. It's that bottom of the standings is where they cleaned up the rest of those games. But that's it. That's it on the East versus West Coast beef.
Yeah. So here's the thing about Dallas that I feel like is very important, that people have to also acknowledge. Like, again, I recommend anyone who listens to the pod, who appreciates basketball, you have to update your basketball resumes from this perspective. We are moving into a new era of the NBA where the draft is not done the same way. So all this, like, I'll just have my team suck and be ass the whole year. Now, if you're a bottom 3 team in the league, you have the worst odds to get the first pick. By the way, I think that shit is stupid. I think that's dumb. I think the point of the draft should be to make teams that are ass better. Regardless of how they got there, you might disagree with like that, sure. But like, I promise you, no one cares if the Kings and like the Nets are sitting players to tank a game in late January. Like, that's a thing that's going to happen. Bad teams are going to be bad teams. Give them draft picks. How about instead of giving the fucking Spurs Victor Wembanyama and Dylan Harper back, like, what are we doing? They drafted Castle, Wemby, and Harper in three back-to-back years, but you're not giving the Kings or all of these teams that actually need the talent high enough draft picks. So yeah, they're going to take, like, that's a regular thing. But now, because of how it's working, if the Mavs are like, let's say, a 9 seed or 10 seed, or like you barely missed the play-in, you now have similar odds to get the number 1 pick. That changes the build pathing, at least, of the Mavericks, because normally this is a team that would maybe not be that competitive and you trade people. I feel like the edge of that should shift now for the team, at least in my opinion.
And I think that's a big part of why they're holding on to some of these vets, because
yeah,
you obviously, maybe you don't want to push too hard for the playoffs, but you don't want to be at the bottom either. So
no.
And the Mavs don't really have a lot of their own picks coming up. So, I mean, that doesn't necessarily apply to them directly. But if they have another team's pick, where usually it's like, oh, you get a team's pick that's pretty good, and you're like, oh, that doesn't hold much value. Now it does.
Yes. Yeah. Verbatim.
Like the Lakers.
Prime example. Like literally, we're living in an NBA where the 6 seed can somehow get a top 5 pick. Like, that's kind of where we are right now. And in the past beforehand, that's just not really a thing that would happen. And
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, no. I didn't mean to say 6 seed. I'm sorry. The play-in teams, basically, once you're out of the play-in, those are the real teams that do it. I'm just saying,
lottery.
Right. I'm just saying, though, a 6 seed, technically speaking, has a better chance at getting the number 1 pick now than beforehand. That's the thing, because all across the board is flat. Actually, Reese, a 6 seed has a higher chance of getting the top pick compared to the worst team in NBA. Is it not wild to say?
Fun fact: this pick for this year is top 2 protected.
Oh wow.
Top two protection.
Top 2 protection, man. That's
Shout out to them ping pong ball. Gonna decide everything.
I was gonna ship the whole lot of shit for y'all, man, for sure. Oh, we got another super chat from Nonchalant. He said, "Shit, I won't even bring up the fact that teams like the Nuggets, Rockets, and Lakers are fake contenders that are bound to crumble in the. I mean, that's a whole other aspect of the deal. But I do think some of those teams are fake teams. I will say
Well,
that.
there's a lot of fake contenders in the league if you really want to go there, but that's a whole different podcast.
That is a whole different podcast. I'm sorry about that. So yeah. Outside of that for Dallas, I do want to say we haven't talked about the young talent you guys are bringing in. First off, Dusty May is the head coach. I will say it felt very weird that you guys got the head coach from a team that won the title, which was cool, and then he drafted one of his players to the Dallas Mavericks. It's funny because I was actually watching that draft with Reese, and Reese was mad as hell when that happened. How y'all feeling about the pick?
I was trying to avoid this topic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Initially, like you said, we watched it together in the Discord, and I was a little bit apprehensive about the pick because I felt like it was a quote unquote Nepo pick. It's like the minute we got Dusty May, and I'm like, all right, we taking one of his Michigan guys. And I felt like if we didn't get Dusty May, the Mavs would not have taken Morez Johnson. And I couldn't have been too upset because I didn't know a lot about Morez Johnson. I didn't watch a lot of college. So it's like I can't be too upset because I can't say this is a bad pick. I don't know enough about this guy to say it's good or bad. But the optics on it are bad. I texted Pierre. I texted Pierre like, damn, I wanted Braden Burries. I don't know about this Morez pick. I ain't watched enough. And he was like, I feel you, but the fact that y'all got Dusty May, if anybody is going to get the most potential out of him, is going to be his college coach. I was like, okay,
that's a fair
assessment. Yeah, I can fuck with that. I started turning around on it, looked up some Morez Johnson tape, and I like him. He has some potential, so we'll see. I think his potential is like high-end role player type, but still.
Yeah. So Reese, same thing. I was team Braden Burries. You know, the draft fell perfectly in my mind for us to get Braden Burries. And I'm thinking I like Braden Burries overall more as a player. I like him as a player with a higher ceiling. And I like the fit with Coop as him being the perimeter guy, Coop being the finisher at the hole more. I thought that could be a tandem in the future. Burries and Flagg. Bury the Flagg would have been fired.
Oh, that's
but but when we drafted Morez, it was fun to be invested in the draft. First of all, let me say that drafted Morez. My first thought was, here we go with this nepotism stuff, like right back on the table. I don't think Morez is going to be a bad player or anything like Reese said. I think he'll be a bare minimum a solid role player. Maximum could be a very high level role player, but in my opinion, I don't expect to be in the top of the draft forever. And so I think you got to maximize these picks. I don't think we maximize this pick. But again, like Reese said, Pierre said, if anybody is going to know more than I know about Morez Johnson, is his former coach. And so if that coach saw something in him that he can apply to the NBA level to unlock something that maybe I can't see on tape, then by all means, I'm willing to at least see it through, I should say.
Yeah. Me personally, I am still not as savvy on college basketball. I more so evaluate prospects after they're drafted to see like the best thing they can do. From what I did watch of him, the motor is extremely strong. He is a energy bunny, and I kind of like that fit of having him there on the team. But I did kind of want Dallas to draft a guard next to Cooper Flagg to better maximize Coop, so that way it would be like less on-ball reps. I think for the Mavericks, they're thinking to have Kyrie more in that role, and then you just add more defense in the future, which I don't think is a bad strategy per se, because again, there's not many like leapers like Morez who can do what he does defensively, especially if he continues to grow the shot, which is huge. So I do get like the defensive upside they're going for, because if Cooper, Flagg, and him actually realize their true value defensively, that can be a really good duo and dynamic there. I did feel like for the Mavericks, regardless of who they drafted, this was a very important draft because it's your last one for like a while. Now everything else is pretty much out the mud with trades and like transactions, and it'll be more difficult. But you have to try to get talent to me, and I don't know if he's gonna like exceed that talent ceiling, but he seems to be a good player, and that's what matters at the very least.
I'm excited about his potential from what I've seen. Um, Especially defensively, like you mentioned. Like if he realizes his potential defensively, Coop realizes his potential defensively, and people forget. Well, people rightfully forget because I don't even know if dude could walk or run right now straight. Derek Lively, unfortunately, but
I was gonna get to him
we
next.
have some nice we have some nice defense in the front court. Even with Daniel Gafford, if we keep him, so it could be scary defensively with those two young guys. But I'm bought into Morez Johnson. Like I don't want to see the guy fail. So
in chat, E. Gibson is saying I think Cooper is a good player, but comparing him to Paolo was a stretch. All right, I don't want to rant too crazy because like I was watching a lot of basketball last year. Yo, you Paolo niggas, and much respect. Like I'm not even for the hate too crazy, bro. But it's like literally, bro. I was watching this season, and Paolo was like by far one of the worst efficiency players in the NBA completely. And then he has that month stretch where it's like, oh, Paolo's back. And then he gets into the playoffs and puts up numbers. But I watch it and it's like the process is fucking horrible. I'm sorry. Like Paolo Banchero doesn't play like he's 6'10". He doesn't. Cooper Flagg had a lot more moments where like he was actively using his size, trying to actually get out. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me not go back and forth on this shit. The point that I'm saying is, even if you think Paolo Banchero is better, the fact that I can say a rookie player was on your level at a point in the regular season is a good sign for the rookie at the very least, because Paolo's not that good either, in my opinion, at least. I don't know, but that's me. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's hate. But yeah, I'm gonna pivot off. Yeah, I was gonna get to this next, man. Derek Lively. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Derek Lively, like, I feel old when I hear the name Derek Lively. Cause dead ass, like the last time I remember him like really like being like an impact player was ironically when y'all went to the finals. Like after that, legitimately, we have not seen him on the court consistently. And I'm hearing there's like a lot of things going on with his injury, and like apparently it's more serious than people thought, and he's gonna miss time. Like, what's going on with Derek Lively? Because like I'm very much ignorant to like the process of what's been going on over the years with him. Because he was good. I thought Derek Lively was all right.
that fucking training staff for the Dallas Mavericks damn near screwed the kid over. I think they misdiagnosed his injury or something, and it turned out to be worse than it actually was. And I mean, I don't know if you've seen video of Derek Lively recently, but you know, he walks really gingerly. He walks like a nigga who's been wrestling professionally for like the last 20 fucking years. So I don't think he's close to playing at all. It's very unfortunate because he's still very young. Like, that finals run was his rookie year. Like,
that's his rookie year. Yeah, that's a fact.
This past season would have been his third season in the league, and it's like you said, we have not seen him consistently on the court since then, and he was already a bit injury prone. This is just making it worse, and even when he comes back, he may not be the same, and it's very likely that he's not the same.
Yeah, I've been slow to speak on the Derek Lively situation because, like you said, we haven't seen him. I'm not a medical professional. As Reese said, it does appear that he's still walking like a person who's not healthy. And so I don't even know how to slot him into the roster right now as far as like a rotation and whatnot is concerned. Like I don't know what we're dealing with there. So
yeah, it's very much a question mark, and there's one more question mark player on your roster that I have a unhealthy interest in what the Mavericks are going to do. Knowing that you don't have your personal draft capital remaining, PJ Washington is a guy that a lot of teams are interested in. I think PJ was a pretty solid player for you guys, especially when you traded for him. But I think if there's anyone to go, PJ will be the guy that you guys think about at the very least. What are your thoughts about that?
PJ was a guy I had on my wish list for a long time to put next to Luka. I thought it was a great fit for him next to Luka. That worked out, and then we traded Luka. So, like I said, I haven't gotten through most of these games yet from last year to see what went wrong last year. But I do think he is a particular kind of player that needs to be in a particular type of role. And I do think a contender could use a PJ Washington, but because of how he played last year, his value was not probably where to be. So my question is, do we try to get something done before the season, or do we go into the
Right.
season with him? Again, kind of use him as that buffer so Morez isn't thrown to the wolves. And then if we can get him to hoop a little bit in the beginning of the season, then maybe we can get a little bit better value in the trade market for him. But yeah, like he spent years in purgatory in Charlotte, and I don't think he wants to be back in purgatory. So I would say from a maximizing his career standpoint, I would expect that he probably wants a new situation.
I expect PJ Washington to be on a new team by the end of the season. I don't know if he'll be on a new team when the season starts, but I think his value is a bit lower, and I think he'll play during the season to get his value up.
Okay.
I think PJ Washington's archetype is very valuable in the league right now, especially to contending teams. That tall, athletic four who can play defense, hit some shots on the other end, and to some extent put the ball on the floor. Like, it's very valuable to contending teams. And obviously, we've been getting reports, don't know how true they are, that teams are interested in PJ Washington, but the Mavs are asking for a first-round pick, as I think they should. You don't give him up for anything less. And if they don't want to give up the first-round pick, cool, we'll keep him, let him play, get his value up, and then the price is going to go up even further, actually. So I'm completely okay with that. I do expect PJ to be moved, though, especially with all the front court guys that we just added.
Yeah, that's why I feel very interested inside of it, because there's a lot of teams that could use a PJ. Like I was saying for like a long time, dog, if Minnesota could just make some moves and add PJ as their four, that team makes a lot more sense on paper. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely going to be teams that have interest. I think the best time for this interest is like right before deadline, because that's when teams basically know what their roster is. That's when the value goes up the most. And I'm not going to hold you, Reese. Like, it would be so fire if Dallas has like a crazy beginning to the season and they're actually like in that conversation, because then his value would be the highest it could be, honestly. And then that's the perfect time to flip him.
Yeah. But when you got guys on the roster like Zachary Reese-Sachet, Santi Aldama, and Morez Johnson, it's like, and PJ Washington, it's like you gotta, and Cooper Flagg, like all in the front court.
It's a lot of front court
forward positions. Yeah, it's a lot of front court play.
Yeah, and it's funny how Reese reads my mind, because the next player I was go ask Reese about, Zachary Richard-Millie, is officially a Dallas Maverick. How we feeling, man? Dallas got 2 number 1 picks on the roster. No, I cap 3 number 1 picks on the roster. How we feeling?
I can't believe you used that shit on the podcast before me. That's crazy.
Had to do it. Yes.
I'm feeling nothing, actually, to be completely honest with you. I'm feeling nothing. Like, I don't even know if the dude's gonna play. I'm gonna be honest. Zachary Reese-Sachet, he looked.
I fucking love that you did that. I love you did that.
He looks ass. Okay, he looks complete buns. We got him for nothing, really. If he works out here, if he's a 12-minute a player game and he contributes in any way, it's a win. I'm not expecting anything from that dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no thoughts or feelings. Like I'm a big fan of a reclamation project. I was team Frank Ntilikina when he came to Dallas and all that good stuff. But as far as expectations and stuff like that, absolutely nothing. Let's see what he got. Put him on the court, roll the ball out. Let's see what happens.
Hey, listen, I can respect that. Me personally, I think he's terrible. I do think in Dallas though, what I'll say at the very least is like this is his chance to rebuild his name. I think he has size. Um, what else? I'm trying to not lie and still be positive. He he can pass the ball to areas on the court.
He's ass, bro. He's not good. He's not good, bro. You don't gotta come on here and make conversation. He's not good, bro.
I try to judge.
He's the worst number one pick since Anthony Bennett so far. He's
pretty bad.
He's creeping into Anthony Bennett territory right now.
It's tough.
Yeah. But I mean, I get Dallas buying on it because you literally gave up nothing. Now, I will say this. It was weird on Twitter, at least. And again, I'm not tapped into like the Mavericks community, but a lot of Dallas fans did not like Ryan Nembhard. And from my perspective, I thought Ryan Nembhard was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got Sergio now. So it was like the way Sergio, soon as Sergio started hooping in Summer League, it was like, yeah, Ryan Nembhard, pack your bags. And the front office at the same
time.
So.
Okay.
I gotta address this Sergio stuff. I feel like people have lost their minds a little bit about this Sergio De La Rey stuff. People are acting like he's legit, ready to start day one, like he's gonna be on the all rookie team type. I need people to not be taking Summer League as NBA basketball. He was a great Summer League point guard because he passed the ball. You can do that. Who was the dude? Was it Tyler Ennis? I don't remember who it was, but guys that pass the ball are going to do well in Summer League, right? He has a long way to go. I don't think he's ready to handle the ball in the NBA on a full-time basis in a real NBA game. And he is going to be loose with his passes. He's going to turn the ball over a lot. I think he needs to come off the bench as a 2 and build up to that. So I'm very highly confused by the people that think he's ready to start right now. I'm not trying to disparage the young man at all. If he's better than I think he is, fantastic. But as of I want people to temper the expectations because I don't want to start hearing in November that Sergio De La Rey has fallen off or is not living up to the expectations because he's probably exactly where he should be, and that is learning and figuring this NBA game out. The idea that he's going to start day one is crazy to me.
Yeah, no, I don't know why anybody thinks that, especially with Kyrie on the roster.
Yeah, that's just not happening.
But yeah, I think he has potential. I don't think he's coming straight out the gate being a starter.
He might be G League first, right?
I would expect him to spend some time in the G League.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how the guard rotation works out.
Let me say this. We don't really have much guard play, so he might not just for that reason. But as far as I will say this too, because scouting him, he looked a lot skinnier than he did in Summer League. So he looks like he may have packed on a little bit of weight already, but his size is also one of the things that would lead me to believe he's not playing big minutes this year, or like especially not early on.
Okay. Not fair. I feel like we've covered everything for Dallas. So I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Dallas Mavericks. I will be watching their games next year. I am excited to see the Kyrie Irving Cooper Flagg dynamic because I do feel like we're not talking about that enough. Like Cooper Flagg having Kyrie full-time playing with him could unlock a lot of aspects to his game. Kyrie in transition is also still a very good ass player. So like having him out there with Cooper Flagg, there's a lot of like real potential there that seems very, very interesting for the pairing. So I can't wait to see exactly what that looks like. But that'll do it for the Dallas Maverick talks about this. I know that it's been a much longer podcast than any of us probably anticipated. So I'm going to segue to something that quick. We don't have to stay here, but the movie side of things. You guys are movie heads. Well, sorry. I know Reese is for sure. I haven't really talked much with Bibbs about movies. Yeah? Bet.
This is the top
Bibbs are both
all time behind right here.
Okay, no, so he's tapped in. Bet. I'm going to be honest with you.
One of the links I sent you is Bibbs' movie podcast.
Oh, I'm at the tap in. Bet it up. Again, those links are going to be all the way down here below. But yeah, I grew up watching movies that were burnt onto discs, and my mom had a binder of them because there was someone at the airport who would burn illegal movies and music onto the discs and onto a green iPod Nano. So I was watching a bunch of random shit every now and then, but like I wasn't like a real movie head until a couple off seasons ago where I started to like watch movies based on the director, and I'm like, oh, Nolan's pretty good. So like I'm getting up there in the game. I'm not as seasoned as y'all probably are on this movie shit, but so far 2026, I'm not gonna cap. It's been some good movies, man. It's been some good movies. I like Project Hail Mary a ton. Odyssey was peak. I think, what are y'all thoughts so far on this year's movies and how that's been so far? Like, what are some films y'all really enjoyed this year so far?
This is fun because me and Bibbs haven't been able to talk movies together in a long time.
Okay.
Because with restarting the Mavs Outsiders, we got something loading up with a movie podcast, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Anyway, this is a great year for movies so far. Like, not even just the quality, but the box office as well. And I want to shout out Gen Z because Gen Z is like
holding it down.
They helping bring the movies back, man. Gen Z, their generation is showing up to the theater. They going to see things in theaters, and it's really helping. But like you said, the Odyssey, you got the blockbusters like the Odyssey, Obsession, which became a hit, Project Hail Mary, box office smash, Spider-Man Brand New Day, like insane box office smash. Okay?
Yeah, crazy.
Then you got smaller films like The Invite, which is fantastic. A movie like The Drama, which
Great
was
movie.
Fantastic. What else do I have on here? I got the movies Backrooms. How could I forget Backrooms? Really good movie. A small indie film like Tuner, which is in my top 5 movies of the year. Top 5, top 6.
Movie like maybe The Furious.
I have not seen The Furious yet. I gotta tap in.
They was boxing. It was boxing for sure.
I heard.
Yeah, that was boxing.
I heard they was boxing. You had Michael, which was a smash.
I'm about to say, you skipping Michael's hurting my soul.
Yeah,
I can't
skip
Michael,
man. I can't skip Michael. You ain't seen Michael?
I ain't seen Michael. I ain't seen Michael. Yeah, is it good?
It's on streaming now. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a fun time.
Okay.
Fun time. Masters of the Universe, which was like, just a fun, nostalgic ride type of thing. Like, an older IP that they made into a movie 30, 40 years later, and a lot of people are enjoying it. And while it didn't do good at the box office, the reception to it was good, and they still plan on doing a sequel. Now it's on streaming, and people who didn't watch it in theaters are watching it. They're like, damn, this shit is actually good. So, it's a successful year for movies, man. And we only halfway through, really.
No, it's beyond a successful year for movies. Like, looking at the total gross box office right now, we are already 3/4 of the way to the total from last year. We're on pace. We're on pace for pre-COVID numbers as far as the global box office is concerned.
Ooh,
so
wow, that's crazy.
People that thought we would never come back, like, again, we've already passed 2020 numbers, already passed 2021 numbers. We're about a billion, I should say, off from 2022. And then the highest year since COVID was 2023, 8.9 billion at the box office, already at 6.2. Brand New Day just come out. We got Dune at the end of the year. We got Doomsday at the end of the year. We got a lot of stuff. Like, even going to the movie theater the other day to see Brand New Day, watching the trailers, and keep in mind, I'm not a person that likes watching trailers. Just watching the trailers, I can just feel the quality of films is at a level to where the excitement is going to continue. I can't see it slowing down from here. So, yeah, I think the movie theaters as an experience is back. I think they said AMC is doing numbers as far as like one of their best years or something like that so far. The subscription models, the assigned seats, like people that stopped going to the movies and are coming back are seeing how much things have actually improved the experience. Being able to order your concessions ahead of time and pick them up instead of standing in long line, like all of that. the experience as a whole is up, which makes me excited as a person who plans to own a theater one day. So I would like to see this trend continue going forward.
Another movie to look out for that's coming out, and you saw the Odyssey, so I'm pretty sure you saw the trailer for this. If the word of mouth is serious, okay? So
Yes.
when a movie like the Odyssey comes out, and there's a trailer for a movie that plays before it, and you're coming out, and people are talking about the Odyssey, but they're also talking about, man, did you see that trailer for the other mommy?
Yeah. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you think about it, horror films are doing fantastic in the
horror films are up right now. Yeah, for
Obsession
sure.
was a clear of that.
Yeah.
Okay, the other mommy is going to do numbers, bro.
Apparently, it's based on a book? Yes, Incidents Around the House.
Oh, okay.
Jessica Chastain. I'm a fan of Jessica Chastain. So, and Jay Duplass. I'm a fan of the Duplass brothers as well.
Okay.
Some of if you look up Mark Duplass and some of his horror movies, good quality stuff. And he usually has some like creepy, like human experience type thing that sticks with you and kind of like stays with you as far as you're gonna walk out of the theater most likely coming from this movie and you're gonna have something to think about. I think Mark Duplass was he was a consultant or what have you on Backrooms.
Oh, okay.
He was there to potentially help direct or co-direct, but he said he ended up just watching the kid do his work and telling him good job, basically. But yeah,
fair.
I'm getting off track. Horror is my favorite genre, so anytime there's some good horror stuff coming out, I'm excited. I wish I was able to do movies like I used to do them as a bachelor, as a family man. I have to pick and choose my spots a little bit better.
Of course, yeah.
But thankfully, streaming usually picks up for me after stuff comes out of theaters. But I got to get to the theater for a couple every month at least.
Yeah, I have been going to the movies a lot more recently post COVID, but beforehand I didn't really have a crazy interest unless it was like some big box office thing. And in the chat, Nonchalant perfectly summed up exactly what I was going to say. We're in the era now where a cult classic can become a box office smash. And again, Obsession is a great example of it because I think what that movie did at the bare minimum, if you don't like the plot, if you feel like cares with them, whatever, what the actress did to like show facial expression changes and like the way that you cannot escape the situation and the feeling of just unease throughout the movie, like that to me is what a horror should be. Because like the jump scare shit is cool, the demon shit is cool, whatever it is, but the feeling of like being like I don't know what Nikki I'm gonna get
unease.
At this spot. Yes, the unease of it is what makes a good horror movie. And it's weird because like I'm not really in the horror movie, but I like that feeling. So I guess I kind of am into horror movies a little bit. So I was rocking with that. And if more movies can like really produce that feeling, it gets more people to want to go and see that. Because you don't get the same feeling watching it at home. Watching Obsession in theaters is like, oh God, I can't go nowhere with this, you know?
I think Weapons did the same thing last year.
Banger too. Yeah. Yeah, nah. I heard they're making a prequel to Weapons as well that might drop next year.
And Gladys
gonna be
doing the Aunt Gladys prequel.
Speaking of Weapons, the creator of Weapons, Zach Cregger, is doing the Resident Evil movie this year, which looks really interesting.
And he's a fan. Like I like the fact that not only directed, but he actually knows what the fuck he's talking about because he's a fan of the game. Yes. And like I love these filmmakers making things that they are aware of, they understand, and they're adapting it the way it should be adapted. Because I heard the same thing from, I think, Project Hail Mary, where there was some different stuff, but for the most part, it matched exactly what was in like the books. And again, I like Project Hail Mary. Like, I think the energy of it and like the way that they showed the like emotional like I felt invested in that bond. I really, really did. You know what I'm saying? So movies that can attack that, I'm really a fan of, honestly.
Yeah, Project Hail Mary, I went into it with no expectations and came out. Right now, it's still my favorite movie of the year. I'm mad that I'm shed a tear over that Rock dude. Like
I
that's
cried
crazy.
too, bro. No
I
cap.
did, bro.
I cried too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Listen,
If
we
you
all
get a
cried.
tear out of me, you're gonna be in
Yeah.
the upper echelon movies. Like that's
I
just how it
agree,
goes.
bro. I agree. I think that's maybe two
Go.
for me, but it's right there for me for sure. I ain't even mad at you for that.
I think
I haven't seen the
for
Odyssey
most
yet.
people,
I haven't seen the Odyssey yet.
Oh, you gotta go see that, bro.
yeah,
Oh, you gotta go lock in.
Again, I'm a family man, and
I get it.
can't go without the wife. And
no,
our
no, no,
schedule
no,
is
no, no,
free.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
trying
no.
to
But
make it
but you
happen.
saw a Brand New Day together.
That was planned like well in advance.
I don't know.
The Odyssey,
Okay.
I didn't know she was gonna
okay.
want to see that.
Okay, all right.
Word.
Yeah.
I think you like the Odyssey though. Yeah, bro, that movie was very well done. I want to go see it again. Ironically, I brought tickets to go see it, but I was so exhausted from crashing out of my content that I actually slept through it. So I did not have a chance to go see it. But the Odyssey is a fantastic movie. I think the plot of it is like really, really well done. Like I was making a basketball comparison, and I don't know if like I saw reasons or not, but I feel like Tom Holland in the Odyssey was going through a Kawhi Leonard like that was shit that like made him a star because he was saying, wait a minute, this how you make movies, Nolan? Oh, we old bullshit on Spider-Man. Hold on, nigga, hold on. We gotta redo the whole script, this shot. And listen, all I'm gonna say, Reese, is what happened. We see Spider-Man. Spider-Man was a banger.
Hey, the best Spider-Man movie since 2004.
Talk about it. I'm just saying.
Oh, let me ask you this. Because I feel like a lot of people give Tom Holland a hard time as an actor, his acting chops. These two movies, I guess, back to back. Are we changing the story on Tom Holland? Is he one of them now?
There's no story to change for me. He was always like I'm not gonna say he was
Tom
always
Holland.
one of them. He's not in the Chalamet, Pattinson, Emma Stone. He's not in that tier. But like he's a
like
great actor on his own.
Yeah.
And it's
There's
like what he did in Brand New Day.
There's a reason he keeps getting jobs.
Yeah.
It's a reason Christopher Nolan wanted him. There's a reason for that.
And like I think the best part about the Odyssey when you watch it is that the cast as a whole, like it's the one movie I watched this year where I can confidently say everyone in the cast did their job well. Like I was fucking with all that. Like every actor did what they needed to do. Robert Pattinson, though, my God, is he on the run? First off, he's in everything. Hey. All right, you know what, Bibbs? You don't know this. So me and Reese had a phone conversation, okay? I'm gonna let you know right now, okay? I'm Dune to the death, nigga. I'm rolling with Dune over everything. I think Dune 3 is gonna be a fantastic movie. My prediction for it is that the Odyssey will win Best Picture, but Timothée Chalamet will win Actor of the Year. That's my prediction on it. And then Reese was like, I don't know, man. Robert Pattinson, and I didn't know about the primetime shit until he said, cool. When they dropped the trailer and I seen I'm like, wait a minute, he sounded nothing like that in Odyssey or the drama. Like his voice sound just like Chris.
That.
What the fuck?
He leaving some shit out. We was talking and he said, yeah, I think Timothée Chalamet gonna win, they ain't give it to him last year. You think they gonna give him to it this year? I said, I don't think he gonna win for a performance like Dune. I don't think they gonna give it to him.
I still believe that though.
I said Robert Pattinson. He was like, "Oh, what are you gonna win for though?" I said, "He got a movie coming out called Primetime."
I wasn't here.
They love bio. The Oscar love biopic.
You got to look at it like the NBA. Right? It's a lot of greatest of all time type rosters out there in these movies. Like, there's a lot of blockbusters, a lot of big ensemble type casts. This is the year they're gonna pick a dude on a team. What's that movie called? The movie Primetime. They're gonna pick a dude on a team that is not expected to do anything, but got that team to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? This is a Russell Westbrook MVP type of Oscar Best Actor year, because there's so many loaded teams, loaded rosters that are coming in that are going to be nominated for it. They're going to pick the dude that's kind of doing it on his own. So
Plus, he wasn't even nominated Best Actor for the first Dune movies.
Hey,
I'm
listen.
not
But you saw the light. You saw now. Granted, shout out Michael B. Jordan winning Best Actor for Sinners last year. I felt like it should have been Timothée Chalamet, but
Hey, disagree.
I said that before, Bibbs. Don't make that face.
I know, but you repeated it.
I also said going into it, I think Timothée Chalamet was the best performance, but I'm completely okay with Michael B. Jordan winning it because his performance was fantastic as well. But when I sent that clip, Robert Pattinson,
that clip was crazy as fuck, bro. Dead ass.
And it's crazy because after that clip I sent him, Twitter does the autoplay thing with the next video. It was a clip of Chris Hansen from an episode, and I'm like, damn, he sounds just like this motherfucker. Then Gifted sends me a tweet that one of my friends tweeted I didn't even see, and it was like a comparison side by side. It showed that exact same Chris Hansen episode that I was just looking at.
Yes, bro.
And next was Robert Pattinson. And I'm like, bro, he sounds just. How did he do this, like nigga? You're British.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on British actors right now. This is not the time or the place.
I'm gonna say this, and I can't take full credit from it.
Brand New Day was British. The kid on the street, you know who I'm talking about. I just found out he was British.
Well, no way. He British too? He was killing too. He was
That's what he said. Like, he said in the scene, after the scene, when he came in and read his lines, Tom Holland was like, yo, your American accent is great, mate. And I was like, all right, man.
He was smoking that shit.
The red coats are taking over Hollywood, bro. Shit is ridiculous.
Red coats is hooping right now, bro. Goddamn Damson Idris and Snowfall. Red coat. They out here. They're out here for sure. Yes.
Anyway, I can't take credit for this analogy. I first heard it, I think, from Van Lathan on Twitter. But it's basically like Robert Pattinson used Twilight as a Trojan horse.
Oh, I like that.
To become one of the best actors of the generation. Because what did he do with Twilight? He came in, it's an IP, big fan base. Boom, he did that. He got his Hollywood, his big box office thing. From that movie, he has a following for the rest of his career. There's a girl I went to high school with who most of her goddamn social media was I love Robert Pattinson. And I'm talking about to this day. And she graduated before me. She old as shit. And she's still fangirling over Robert Pattinson.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Since then, he's done mostly indie films, just showing his acting range. And now he's having the best year we've seen from an actor in a long.
It's a wild year.
The drama, the Odyssey, Prime Time.
I'm watching all of these shits too.
He got a movie with Denzel coming out this year.
He does? What is that movie? What?
What is it? I can't remember. Let me see.
Bro. Oh, and as he does that, right? The thing I was gonna say, Bibbs, is that Robert Pattinson, like the thing that makes this year really special is he's not just in a whole bunch of movies. He's in movies that the masses are going to watch. So his face is going to get a lot of PR this year for sure. 100%.
It's called Here Comes the Flood. It's going to be on Netflix. It's a heist thriller.
Oh, I'm watching that. What the fuck?
They're still working on the next Batman movie too at the same time.
Don't get me started, please. Don't bring that movie up.
He's in Dune. He's in Dune 3.
He is in Dune.
He is in Dune.
Yes, he is, bro. All right.
He about to outperform the nigga that you think is gonna win best actor.
Okay, no. Okay, Nari's got me fucked up. Let me talk now, nigga. I'm okay. Let me because I was trying to be respectful as the host, and like, all right, Reese, go ahead. Let me cut you off right here, nigga. Okay. Now, this was my opinion, Bibbs. I have not talked movies with you, Bibbs. You don't know how I feel. Here's how I feel, right? I feel like Michael B. Jordan absolutely deserved his Oscar win. Undoubtedly, he was my pick. I had him going. But at the same time, the job that he did in, what was the name of the movie? Great movie. Huh?
Sinners?
Not Sinners. I'm talking about
Marty
I believe
Supreme.
Timothée Chalamet. Yes. The job Chalamet did in Marty Supreme. That movie is a definition of like drug use or like a dopamine hit because it never fucking stopped. It just kept building and building and building and build. Like I thought he really bodied the character because he made me like fall into like no, like he genuinely is just doing everything because he thinks he can do it. And like I fuck with like I fuck with people who like let their willpowers be what drives me because that was him the entire movie for better or like for bad. Like he was on that. Like he saw people die in front of him, gotta grab the shit, gotta get to it. Ain't no excuses. Like I rock with that. So I think he bodied that. My whole point in that was even though he didn't win, the fact that you put up a performance like that, I feel like after that type of film, you only get better as an actor. And Dune, for me specifically, Dune 1 was intro. Dune 2 was a crazy movie, but I feel like Dune 2 is setting up for Dune 3, and Dune 3 is going to be the best one to me. And in my opinion, yeah.
Whoa.
Listen, 2 was like out of here, right? 3 is the culmination of the whole shit. So I think the pedestal is going to be, especially coming off of Marty Supreme as your last thing to this, I feel like the grace of that is going to put him in a higher thing. And I saw his acting get way better in 2. So I'm already knowing Dune 3, I'm going to get the most locked in version. You know, and granted, Rob Pat is going to be great, but guess what? He's not a lead actor in Dune. So it don't matter. It don't matter. We're talking about lead actor.
Here's the thing. I got something for you. Right?
I'm listening. Go.
My thing always was Michael B. Jordan had a great performance, but in my opinion, he didn't have the best performance in that movie. I felt Delroy Lindo did. Delroy Lindo didn't even get nominated.
I could buy
but
it.
Here's my thing. This is what I'm going at. This is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Timothy Chalamet is the lead actor and Robert Pattinson is the supporting. But it's still very possible people come out of that like, damn, Robert Pattinson was the best performance in that movie.
It depends, bro. It really depends on like what that character is. Again, I haven't read the books because I don't really want to clap myself. But like, I can't tell you that's not a possibility. I just genuinely think Dune 3 being the culmination of the trilogy, he's too central of a character in the plot and he's too good of an actor to be outshined by Robert Pattinson. At least in my opinion. Listen, this could age fucking terribly. It could.
Here's what I'm gonna say. First, Delroy did get nominated. Fact check. He did get nominated. But nobody expected him to win. Yeah, he did get nominated.
Okay, word.
Nobody expected him to win. He wasn't really a contender. It was kind of a, here you go. Good job.
Yeah. I think Michael B was better than him, by the way, but cool.
With that said, when it comes to Timothy Chalamet, I think he was going to win last year. I think 2 things changed what happened last year.
That ballet shit, number 1.
The ballet thing definitely hurt Timothy Chalamet.
Apparently the votes went in before that ballet thing came out.
Not all of them.
No? Okay.
I double checked to make sure at the time. The other thing is because that Michael B. Jordan, when he got called the N-word on stage.
Oh, yeah.
That also happened right before. And again, enough votes weren't cast that people flipped that vote from Timmy to Michael B. out of sympathy a little bit. And that was that.
Give a damn. A chip is a chip. I don't care. Chip is a chip. I did that shit. Chip is a chip.
If Timmy go crazy in Dune, there may be enough of those people that flip that vote.
That's what I'm saying.
The other way and say, let's correct the record on this. But he got to go absolutely crazy. I don't know enough about the Dune story. I don't know if he's going to have a speech on the Hill before he charge in the battle type of thing. That's going to be the clip that they send out for the Oscars or whatever. He got to go absolutely bananas to get it done. I haven't historically been a Timothy Chalamet fan as far as like people crowning him as the next GOAT or whatever. I haven't been with it. I can see the potential for him to get there if he again goes absolutely bananas in this movie. And I'm ready to see it. Like the second one got me hyped to see him bring it home. So if he bring it home, then they gotta crown him.
But I think the big 3 of this new generation right now is Timothy Chalamet, Robert Pattinson, and Emma Stone. I think they killing it right.
Where is this Emma Stone stuff coming from?
I don't know about this Emma Stone shit. I like Bugonia. That was good. I'm trying to think of like some other shit I really care about that she's in.
Is she in this age range? Like she my age.
Robert Pattinson is your age.
How old is Robert Pattinson? How long he been around?
I'd rather say Tom Holland or Zendaya before Emma Stone, honestly.
No, Tom Holland
Robert
and
Pattinson
Zendaya
is
is not
older.
fucking with Emma Stone.
Robert Pattinson 40.
When I say this generation, I don't mean like
I'm about to say you gotta tell me
age. I mean like
I think you mean like the most relevant right now to this generation is what you mean to say.
yeah. It's like obviously the older like people like Denzel, that's like past. Like you
right.
know.
Yeah.
What's
the Leos, the Denzels, the Matt Damons, that's
Yeah, so when I think of the era, I'm thinking of people that haven't been nominated yet or have been nominated maybe one time or so. It's kind of like a Shea Gilgeous era type thing versus the Paul Georges and whatnot. Emma Stone, I feel like she's been doing her thing for a long time.
I got Michael B.
I don't mean like they upcoming.
She got 2 Oscars.
I don't mean like they up and coming type of thing,
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think Michael B. Jordan offered the Oscar and like the other work he was putting in beforehand. Like I think Sinners was like a culmination of the work he was already putting in, and then to put that on your resume. Now, granted, this does come down to the pressure that's on him for, I would say, the Thomas Crown Affair. Like that shit has to be good, and normally the first movie you do after your first Oscar says a lot about where your shit could go. If this is a banger as well, I think he got to be up there for sure.
And it's weird because I would have never looked at Michael B. Jordan as that type of actor historically. Like I enjoy him. I go to his movies. I like his movies, but I never would have put him in that category until he did this in Sinners. And like you said, what he does next speaks to what type of actor he wants to be as he moves into this new era of being one of the faces, basically being one of the people that's a top 10 headliner. When you put his name on a project, people gonna show up type of thing. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he does with the Thomas Crown Affair.
Fact. In chat, Nashlan said Anya Taylor-Joy is an underspoken about actor within this generation. She's good too. Yeah.
She's picked some questionable projects here and there, but other than that, like when she shows up on the screen, it's usually a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Anya Taylor-Joy.
We should probably come up with some type of list or something when we do this other podcast, but we'll
if y'all do movie pod, let me know when y'all do it. I'm down for like whatever pod y'all doing, the mass pod, movie pod, whatever it is. Because again, I'm tapped in all off season and the season on everything, especially movies. Because I'm gonna say this, a hot take that I have, he not going to Oscar for it, but I would not be surprised if Robert Downey Jr. pop out and go stupid.
I was thinking it, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised. On me, I would not be surprised,
I ain't gonna lie,
bro.
I would not be Gifted. When we was talking about best actors, I was like, bro,
I don't know.
Hear me out, Bibbs. You don't watch trailers. You don't watch trailers.
Don't say too much.
I'm not saying too much. You don't watch trailers, right? I know that. So I know you didn't watch the Doomsday trailer. When Robert Downey Jr. got cast, everybody was like, man, it's about to be Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. I ain't feeling it.
I ain't even think that.
The first 6 seconds of that trailer, I've watched people reactions to the trailer on YouTube. They was like, who was that talking? They like, is that Robert Downey Jr. with the Doom accent?
Yes.
Bruh.
Dead ass, bro. Dead ass.
He is about to. He about to cook, bro. Hold up. Rumor is, and this is just a rumor. Masks don't come off. They don't reveal who it is until the next movie.
That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me though. Like this is meant to be Doom's intro to the shit, so I have no problem with them doing that. Also, I think having built up to that moment, last a whole movie into the next one has really good build up for the moment and will make it more meaningful. So I don't hate that.
We've seen that if you have a powerful enough performance, you can get the nomination. Angela Bassett got the nomination for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. We've seen it.
Yeah. I'm just saying this. The reason why I would not count him out is because Robert Downey Jr. specifically, like the last shit he was in was Oppenheimer. And that nigga killed an Oppenheimer. So all I'm saying is...
He won the Oscar.
Yes, he won the Oscar for Oppenheimer. Now, Bibbs look like he ain't fucking with it. I'm just telling you what reality is. Robert Downey Jr. is a special actor. Sorry.
Just saying certain people get second, third, fourth chances in this league.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
what it
man. Look,
is.
we
Oh,
passed that, man. We passed that, man.
you're right.
Hey,
You're
hold up.
right.
Have you
I
seen?
understand.
Have you seen? I know who you're referring to. Have you seen the trailer for this nigga's new movie?
Absolutely not. It's over for that. It's over for him. It's
I actually
over.
haven't seen the trailer for that shit either, by the way.
I don't want to
He's
see
cooked.
nothing.
He's cooked. We done with John. We done with John. You know how they were
But
saying we done with the '90s.
Yeah.
We done with Jonathan Majors, bro.
But you know,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is he bad or is the movie bad? That's the question. Is he bad or the movie bad?
It's the message behind the movie.
Oh shit. Okay.
The
Word.
fact that
I'm
he
talking
would sign
about-
up to do some mess like that.
This is my right. This is my right.
Oh damn. Okay. Well.
So I scout young actors like I scout young basketball players.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors was one of the guys that I
I
found
fuck with Jonathan Majors.
early on, and I was like, he got next. So to see him rise and then subsequently fall the way he has, it's a personal pain for me. So it
Leave white
hurts.
women alone, man.
That's a
We
message.
already found out that the new Black Panther already was spotted with a white woman. So I mean, let's pray.
I thought that was his publicist or something, man. I think they took it too far.
I mean, that's why Damson didn't get drafted because he wore that shirt that said Pogs. I'm like, all right, brother. He ain't gonna be no damn Black Panther. No Black
we
Panther
got
can be
standards
caught
to
in
set
public
around
wearing
here,
a shirt
man.
that say Pogs, bro. I can't.
No,
Can't go.
it said Pogs Lives Matter. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. You
Y'all
you're
gotta
cooked.
understand.
No, I think he said Pogs need love too.
You don't.
Let
Yeah,
me.
that.
Y'all gotta understand.
Mhm.
Slavery ended a lot earlier in the UK than it did over here. The way that they move over there, we keep hiring these dudes to be in our movies and stuff, and play American people and all the other good stuff. I understand the culture is a little bit different over there when it comes to that type of thing. So I'm saying.
Yeah. And guess what? The new Black Panther is also a red coat, and I ain't seeing no shirt that said Pog Lives Matter. Facts. I did not see that. Sorry. And listen, to be fair, as a sidebar though, the real reason why Damson didn't get cast, at least in my opinion, even though I think he would have been great, is also because of the Michael B. Jordan shit. Because Michael B. Jordan was with.
That ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
I don't believe you.
That ain't got
I
nothing
don't
to
believe
do
you.
with it, man.
I do not believe you.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's why he didn't do the Black Panther thing. He can't be Black Panther and also this Black Prince and Children of Blood and Bone, which is a movie that has not been mentioned that's coming out. That
Yes.
I'm still hyped for.
Is that gonna be good though?
But
Because
I
the
saw the
author
trailer.
wasn't fucking with the movie shit,
I'm gonna
so I
keep
don't
it
know if I want to
real.
watch it anymore because of that.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000,000%.
Man, Chaka Khan didn't like Through the Wire. Fuck. She
Okay.
hated that sample.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000%. The author might. I hate saying this. The author, I can't take her word for it. It seemed like she got some stuff going on that ain't
Okay.
got nothing
She
to do
better.
with the quality of the film. I feel like when you create something and then you license it out to be redone by somebody else in another format,
Mhm.
they're gonna want to put their stamp on it. So they probably changed something about the movie
I can see
that
that.
she's upset about. And I can, as an artist, I can appreciate that, right? She has not specified what her issue is. And so unless she come out and say the director smacked her across the face, whatever the case may be, I'm going to see this movie. And I'm going, if it's good, I'm going to enjoy the movie. And I'm not going to feel no type of way about it. She got her check.
I feel that for sure.
It
Yeah,
looks good.
yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
good, man.
I don't know how y'all feel about this, but like I always feel like even if it's an adaptation from a book, a manga, anime, whatever it is, even if it's a video game, I will not give a fuck if you change shit if it makes sense and it's fire. I'm always on. If it's
agree.
fire, I'll shut up. Fact. Like people
Right.
complain, oh my god, Chris Nolan changed some shit in the Oscar. Like, cool. Was the movie good though? It was good.
Right.
So I don't care.
I don't need
Side note.
you to. I'd rather have the book be its own experience versus the movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
If I like one or the other, whatever. But I feel like if you have another, unless the author of the book is creating the movie, I expect something to be different.
Right.
Because that director is a creator too. That the screenwriter is a creator too. They want to put their stamp on it in some way, shape, or form, unless it's like a classic tale that can't be, or it's a like biographical thing. Like if it's the
Yeah.
story of Martin Luther King, you can't go adding stuff to the story of Martin Luther King. Then I'm gonna be pissed. But if it's fiction, tweak it a little bit. Let me see something different.
Right. I got no issue with that. So yeah, man. But I'm just making it known. I'm standing on all fucking business, even though Primetime got me a little shook. I will be in theaters when that shit drop, by the way. Timothée Chalamet is gonna win Actor of the Year. I'm on that. I'm standing on it. Dune 3 is going to be cinema. Very early for sure.
That's literally what I told him. I tell him it's very early.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm standing on my belief, and we're gonna see what happens with it. Now, I'm gonna be fucked up if it come out and his ass don't even get nominated. Then I'm gonna look cooked, but I doubt that.
Yeah, you are.
He's gonna have 20 nominations. I don't know if he's gonna get one of them.
I tell you right now, lock in Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, and Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Oh, for Digger.
That Digger movie.
I don't know if that's gonna be good.
Matt Damon for Odyssey. I don't know. Matt Damon for Odyssey. They probably gonna give Tom Cruise the sympathy nomination, and maybe he's actually good. I don't know. Lock in Robert Pattinson for Primetime. And you also have to consider there's a lot of indie movies that come out that we don't know about.
Who getting the Brown nomination?
You
know, they gotta get some affirmative action nominations in there.
We'll see. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of indie movies that come out or foreign films that come out that we don't know about with nominations. A lot of game left, man.
Yeah. Hey, it can be.
All the Oscar stuff come out in the fall.
Hey, listen, it can be a whole lot of game. I'm telling you what my shit is right here on August 7th of 2026, and we'll see how it ages. I would love to have y'all back on when the Oscars happens and it's done, and we can discuss. Because ironically, this was a podcast about Dallas Mavericks, and we have been live for damn near 2 hours and 30 minutes. We have been live. I didn't think the movie should be this long, but I'm starting to like grow into loving movies a lot more now. So that's also a growing path for me. So I appreciate having you guys on for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if anyone made it this
also
far.
Also must say that Spider-Man Brand New Day is now out in IMAX for the people that want to, you know.
Oh, I might go rewatch that possibly. We'll see. I like the movie too. I think Jean Grey was pretty good. Yeah, I might go rewatch it. We'll see how it is. What?
You just gonna spoil it for people like that?
Well, yeah, you did. You did.
Oh, I did spoil it. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Cool.
I'm gonna be in Savannah most likely at the end of the year, which apparently has the largest IMAX theater in the United States of America. I didn't know that when I'm debating. Do I need to do Dune in the IMAX?
Yes. What are you debating for? Yes.
Hold on, if I can only do one movie, is it Doomsday? Doomsday?
Oh man, Dune. Get Doomsday the fuck. No, Dune. Listen. I'm not telling you Doomsday won't be crazy. Dune 3 is literally war, and it's the end of a trilogy. Like you can definitely afford to not watch Doomsday in IMAX over Dune. Yes, bro. Dune 3 gonna be insane in IMAX.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, about the hate. I have to see Doomsday on Saturday because I missed the tickets going on sale. But if I had to choose between Doomsday and Dune on one day,
my tickets
I'm taking
right now.
Doomsday.
Bullshit.
I'm taking Doomsday, bro.
You should
take Doomsday if I have to choose.
I'm gonna see both.
I know. Yeah.
Which one am I doing in the Extreme IMAX?
Bro,
and I've seen pictures.
Doomsday isn't getting an IMAX release.
It's not at all.
Oh, so they go see Dune then. What's the issue?
Dune. Oh yeah, that's locked in.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't understanding what you were saying. Yeah, I would have told you. Yeah.
Listen, no disrespect, but even if it was, man, fuck them. Listen, bro, what people don't understand is Dune 3 specifically. Shout out to Doomsday. I'm confident Doomsday will be a great movie. Doomsday is not a fucking war.
I don't know about all that.
Right. It would be different if you said Secret War. Like, oh shit, Secret Wars is like all confrontation cool. Dune 3 is literally confrontation, which means the sounds, the deaths, the atmosphere, like that's an IMAX experience you want to have. Doomsday might be like build up into the next movie with some good fight scenes here or there, but like Dune 3 is literally war. Like it's war. That's meant for IMAX to me. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, shout
Baltimore.
out.
Baltimore actually has a 70 millimeter IMAX like theater in our science center, but it's fucked up because they mainly show like documentaries and like educational shit there, and not really Hollywood films and shit. So it's like a fucking waste. Actually, it's 5 stories tall. Damn it.
Yeah. I am literally within like 20 miles distance from a 70 millimeter IMAX science center that shows similar things. They showed Oppenheimer and it was a bad experience for me because it's like a dome. So basically like you sit down like this and the movie is being projected on like a circular dome. So you have to like look at it and crane your head. Yeah. That was ass. I'll never do that shit again in my life. That shit was bad. But the movie was good. So yeah. By the way, we got another super chat from Nonchalant. Shout out to my daughter. He said Indy Navarrete isn't gonna get no love, bro. No, she's an Oscar. Yeah, no. She winning Best Actress. I don't give a fuck who it is in the no.
They not gonna give it to her, bro. They're not gonna give it to her.
Who is the comp?
Of picking a franchise.
I know they not gonna give it to her.
Who's the comp though?
I don't know, but I'm telling you. They don't.
You gotta wait for the fall. You gotta wait for the fall. When they all come out.
Okay.
All I'm saying is they don't be fucking with the horror movies, bro. Historically, they don't be fucking with the horror movies.
No. I'm not saying you're wrong. The shit that she did though is some anomaly shit that could win an Oscar though. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
She might get a nomination off of it.
I can see a nom.
But I'm gonna tell y'all right now how big this screen is. By the way, 101 feet wide, 76 feet tall.
Damn, 76.
Tallest IMAX screen, 76 feet.
Yeah, that's gas.
It's a lot of niggas.
Yeah, absolutely. Go watch Dune 3 on that fucking screen for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and book that ticket as soon as possible.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not within walking distance of those, which means if I want to see Dune 3 in its proper glory, I have to take a trip. And I don't know enough people locked in with movies to know if it's worth getting a plane ticket just to go watch a movie. Like I don't know about that one. But if I was close to one, I would go. You know what I'm saying? But shit. I might make that fight for Dune. I don't know. I would listen. I saw Dune 2. I'm like, got me, bro. Listen.
You're gonna be mad as hell if you make that trip to see that movie and it's worse than Dune 2. I swear to God.
I'm confident it won't be. Confident, bro.
Okay.
Put my rent on that shit. I'm on that. That's gonna be a fire movie. I'm sold.
Nigga said if it's bad, I'm homeless. I don't care. Putting everything on it,
bro. I'm gonna start getting into like uploading movie reviews and reactions on my second channel. Like we're working on that this year. So like I'm gonna get, I would say, some more thoughts out here, but I'm very confident Dune 3 will be good. If it's not, I will shit all over it, and rightfully so. I don't feel bad about it at all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. This has been the Gifted Who's podcast. We talked about a lot on this pod. This is again a 2-hour and 40-minute recording. But I like the flow of it. I mean, listen, it was passion, and we felt the way. I think the funniest shit of the pod had to be we randomly went for ass between the Suns. The Suns and Memphis Grizzlies. Come on now. You know what I'm saying, bro. No, don't look at me that way, bro. You know what I mean, bro. Ross for Ross, and we was comparing. Don't fucking. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that though? Like, you know what I meant when I said that, bro. You know exactly what I meant when I said that.
That's crazy, man.
I'm just saying, bro.
That's fast. It's crazy, man. I get it. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing.
Cool. Well, listen, this has been the Mavs Outsiders podcast. Again, their links will be in the description box below. I want to give y'all the floor to promo and also plug anything y'all want to right now. So go right ahead.
Yeah, you can follow me at Mind of Reese on YouTube. I've historically uploaded like some some YouTube like movie reviews. It's a movie YouTube, but I'm gonna be uploading a lot of first time reactions to things like Game of Thrones, a lot of movies that I haven't seen that are like considered quote unquote classics. Um, Follow me on TikTok at MindaReese25. And all the links and gifted set descriptions below. Oh, Twitter, MFR25. Sorry.
Twitter at Bibs Corner. Follow the movie podcast I do with my fiance at Brown Butter Pod. We have been dormant for a little while, but we got some plans in the works. We've shifted and made it a black movie, black television review podcast. Me and Reese got something cooking in the pot right now for the rest of the movies and whatnot. But yeah, Brown Butter Pod at Bibs Corner. That's how you can find me.
Absolutely. Make sure to go support us brothers again. I've known them since before I started officially making content. So definitely happy to still be talking hoops with them. But shout out to everyone that's tapping in. This episode will be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, specifically at the Gifted Hoops Podcast. I'm in a dispute with Apple and Spotify for my last podcast distributor. So technically speaking, the older podcast episodes are still up underneath Get Through's podcast, the Get Through's podcast. I know that stuff, but tap in there. Also, these are live episodes now, so it'll be available on YouTube in the same playlist called the Get Through's podcast. Tap in there. A lot of content is coming. I am covering all 30 teams. Again, this is like I think team number 5, so we are going to get to everything. That's right. I am going to spend an hour and 30 minutes talking about the Utah Jazz and the Nets and the Pacers. We're going to be getting to it for sure in this offseason. So just like the video. Super chats are appreciated. W to Nasha in the chat for holding down the entire stream. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out, people. Have a great one. Salute.